Well, hello! How are you today? So nice of you to join me. Everything and Skippy and Belgara. Frankie Elon had to go, but they left the light before they left, so I appreciate that. Hey, Crabman, Pink Shades, Joshua, Mondo, how are we, folks? Welcome to the stream. So glad to have you here. Hey, Ziva, and Gloomy, and Portia, and Shroom. PP Law get absolutely destroyed, actually. Super extra ultra real. How are you, folks? How you doing, Cap? I'm all right, Mondo. How are you? I'm doing fine. I'm ready for a good old-fashioned trucking stream. You feel me? I'm said a sexy and handsome streamer is going to be in this stream. I don't know where the fuck they are. Someone call them. They're late. Duck noises. Not here for long. Need to spend some time with the fam. Dropped a like, though. Good luck on your trucking. Appreciate that, song guy. That's very sweet of you. Why does it look like taking the... Why does it look like you taking the fattest shit in the thumbnail, dude? Life imitates art, I suppose. You guys better like the stream, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it. Now that you've liked the stream, I'll now proceed to sit here and say nothing for the next 4 hours. It's going to be lit. Real talk came from the dentist. My jaw has been drilled. What'd you get done? Were you getting a cavity filled? Or are you getting something put in? Getting a tooth removed? What's going on? You ever heard of D&D speedrunning? No, I have not. Hi, Mac. Have you seen the new One Piece opening? Yes, I did. It's very cute. Thank you for the $2, Porsche. I appreciate that. It's very cute. I liked it a lot. Toei not spoiling the entire arc with the new opening challenge impossible, though. Just a little thing they do, a little trolling they do. A little cheeky thing they do where they just put major spoilers in the opening. That's a fun one. That's just a thing a lot of anime do. That's not a Toei thing specifically. It's just every animation. Drink. I'm drinking. I found this was at the store, and it was on sale, and I definitely was like marketing materials working on me. Go Burr. It was a soda that I saw. It's a probiotic soda. This one's mango flavored. And I was thinking to myself just the other day that I might want to start picking up some probiotics because probiotics are very good for you. And then there was this probiotic soda. It was pretty inexpensive, and it was on sale, so I picked it up. And it's pretty good. I like it a lot. I think I'll buy more next time at the store. You have to show things that people can clap out when they recognize it. Clap at the mango probiotic soda. I don't think Chainsaw Man did it. They showed the cast being cool / goofy. No, that's true. They did not. An old root canal operation I had became infected, and now the infection has been eating at my jaw, so we are slowly removing the old seal, cleaning up, and putting a new one once infection is dead. Wow, that sucks. Glad you're getting it taken care of, though. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow morning. Broke my tooth back here. Gonna get that looked at. Got a random homeless man to piss in the glass. He wanted to drink it. And what's wrong with that? Sorry for my previous chat. That was actually gross. The instant regret. That's really funny. Oh man. Wish you luck, Brave Shoulder. Yeah, I'm hoping a good old fashioned tooth cap will do the trick. What are they called? Crowns. A crown. I'm hoping a good old fashioned crown will do the trick. I really hope I don't have to get an implant, but we'll see. So I'll get into playing. We're playing some American Truck Sim today, and if you guys haven't joined us on an American Truck Sim stream before, it's kind of a classic on the channel. The point of the stream is I drive a truck, and it's essentially a just chatting stream with more steps because while I'm driving the truck, my mind is freed up to do a lot of chatting. So I drive a truck and we talk, and you guys say some weird fucked up shit, and I react to it and make funny YouTuber thumbnail faces. Sounds good? Sounds good. Great. Where am I driving today? It's been a while since I played an American Truck Sim stream without there being a new DLC. So we can go anywhere today. I don't have a specific destination. What do you think of Chainsaw Man Part 2 so far? I like it. It's good. I'm always excited to see where it's going next. Fujimoto's cooking. The slow downgrade, the slow degrade of the art is kind of disappointing. I don't know what the deal is with that. Let's go to Kansas City. I hope Fujimoto's getting the amount of breaks and time he needs to get the art done right. I have not read Dorohedoro Game Factory, I'm sorry to say. But welcome to the channel. So glad to have you here. So glad you could join us. What do we got in Kansas City today? We got a Kansas City to Tulsa. You know, I didn't do a lot of driving through Oklahoma. That could be a good little trip. And it's nice and pricey. I like it. Let's do a boom lift to Oklahoma. Let's get it, gamers. Can't we forget the Desert Bus 2? It's his Desert Bus 2, except we go some places, actually. You want me to go to Idaho, Joshua? Okay. After this job, I'll try to work my way up to Idaho. The world is one of the most interesting I've seen in my 20 plus years reading manga. I heard season 2 got announced, right? Are you Dorohedoro fans? Dorohedoro got season 2 going out. Is it Studio Orange again? Studio Orange did the first season, right? That might be completely wrong. I might have just thought CGI and assumed it was Studio Orange. Maybe it's a metaphor for Denji's degrading mental state due to the trauma. I think you're being very charitable. I mean, I think the thing is, Fujimoto, I think is more interested in storytelling than he is art, and he just uses manga to tell stories rather than manga to do art. So I think the degrading art is probably representative of him getting tired of doing the art and him just wanting to tell the story. I can't say for sure. That's purely speculation. My hope is that if he does more manga, he'll partner up with an illustrator instead of doing all the art himself, since, you know, there's been an effect. First things first, we're going to drive and pick up the load. I don't think I need any gas or sleep, but actually I didn't rest after my last... Okay, I need gas. Sleep, not so much. But how many hours do I have for this job? I have... It's a... I haven't actually reached the job yet, so... Sounds like what happened with Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, creator burnout in the manga space is, you know, not a foreign concept at all. I did get season 2, but I don't watch anime. Okay, well, at least you have it to read then. Not sure who's doing it. It's even the same continuity. I remember correctly. It was Mappa. Oh, you're right. It was Mappa. Mappa did Dorohedoro. That's right. Thank you. Considering that what he did with Fire Punch, I think that was him, but I don't know. I'd agree he likes to tell good stories. That he did do Fire Punch, and he did a lot of one-shots between Chainsaw Man Part 1 and 2. You know, Look Back and Goodbye Eri. He's super good storyteller. Chainsaw Man is not like a one-hit wonder. The man is good at telling stories, and he clearly enjoys doing it. He's also a fantastic artist, so I want him to have the time and to put in the time to do the art and the energy to do the art and really make it incredible, because he is an incredible artist, but if he himself isn't interested in doing the art, then, you know, it shows, you know. Definitely seems like Fujimoto more of a storyteller than an artist. He's a good artist, but is a storyteller first. Yes, absolutely. I adore Fujimoto's art style. His art style is super interesting to me, even if it's considered amateurish. I like it too. I wouldn't consider it amateurish. I think that some people tend to equate like the sketchiness of it to amateurish, but it's a style that works with the stories that he tells, and you cannot deny that he draws some incredible fucking pages when he needs to, you know? You know, the first chapter that Denji showed up in part 2 against the Cockroach Devil, that was incredible. Holy crap, that looked amazing. You know, you got to give the man credit. He's an incredible artist. I feel so bad because I love Hunter x Hunter and wanted to get finished, but at the same time I feel bad for Togashi, there's a problem in the manga industry with overwork, and it's a systemic issue that does not have an easy solution, but it is something that needs to be talked about more than it is. And people, us as the audience, need to chill and give authors a break. Don't get mad at your author when they take a break week. Don't get mad at your author when they take a hiatus, because you don't want them to die before the story completes. You don't want a Miata situation. You don't want the author to die before the story's done. Wouldn't be surprised if the degradation is related to him getting bi-weekly schedule now that happened, right? He is on bi-weekly now, but I don't know why that would like cause a degradation when he was doing fine on weekly. I'm glad he went to bi-weekly, and I'd be fine with him going to monthly if it meant that the art matched the quality of the storytelling. It's frustrating to see the art take the dip it has. A couple weeks behind, so I might not know what you guys are talking about, but feel free. I don't care about spoilers. I don't want to talk about spoilers. I'll talk about like the beginning of part 2, but I don't want to talk about recent events. I just want to express that the art kind of taking a dip is sad to see. Is this where this gas station is? Yes, it is. He has more time now, so hopefully it's better. If that's the reason anyway? No, it's been worse. Like, it's been getting worse slowly since he started part 2, which is when he went to the bi-weekly schedule. So I remember when the creator of Berserk took breaks to play idle games and his fan memed to death about it. Yeah, it's like Oda. Oda is famously fucking insane about One Piece. The man sleeps like 4 hours a night, and people get mad at him for taking break weeks. Like, let the man take a break. He's delivering one of the greatest stories of our generation. Give the man a day off here and there. Hey, random guy, how are you doing? And Callum, welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking on your way in, folks. I appreciate that. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, Callum. How are you? And how are you, random guy? What's going on today? What's happening? People actually get mad about that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. People always get mad at creative types for taking breaks. People get mad at me for taking so long to make videos, you know? People who, and it's people who are not creative themselves. If you are a creative, you understand better than anybody else how much you need to give other creatives a break and give them time and give them time off. But people who don't work creatively view creative work as some easy ride job that isn't actually work. It's like, oh, you just draw for a living. That's not work. You can't get tired out. It's a pathetic mindset. It's a very sad mindset. It's a very unempathetic mindset, to say the least. We're taking this one. Somewhere over here. Which side is the trailer? This side. Great. Happy with HXH is currently, I've gotten out of it just about everything I can, and I see new chapters as an extra bonus. I just want Togashi to be happy and healthy. It's kind of how I feel about Berserk. I feel that like the last chapter that Miata worked on is like a good open-ended ending that we can live with, but I want to see what the new team will do. I'm satisfied with what we got out of Miata. I'm very thankful for what he gave us. That's why I like Choji Next, because the author can release a chapter whenever it's done instead of adhering to a strict schedule. That just needs to be more of a norm. As manga continues to become more of a digital medium, I want to see more of that. Now, obviously, you have to put deadlines in place when it comes to publishing to some extent, but the more freedom authors have to take time when they need it, the better, I feel. Doing okay, just got off of school. Nice. It took me weeks to write like 1,400 word short story. I never ever want to be like an author that has time restraints. I would destroy my work. That's how I feel too. Some of my scripts take a really long time. Sometimes it takes me a while to figure out what I want to do with the script. I just yesterday wrote an intro for a video that I'm happy with. The first version that I wrote, I was not happy with. And if I was under a time constraint and I had to keep it regardless, I would be very unhappy. I'd hate that. I did see the second season got announced. I haven't seen the first season though, so it means nothing to me, but I'm happy for the people who like that series. People have a hard time understanding that a chapter they can read in 3 minutes is a huge ask to make in a week. That's the thing. Yeah, exactly. It's a lack of empathy. It's a lack of understanding about something you know nothing about, ultimately. Never, ever, 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 ever assume you know what it's like to do someone else's job. When you walk into a McDonald's, don't assume you know how the cashier does their job, because you don't. There are so many intricacies to every job that you, as someone outside of it, can't understand. That goes for creative types, when it comes to manga creators, when it comes to YouTubers, when it comes to showrunners, movie directors, but it goes for every job. People you meet working in retail, the dude working on your car. Never, ever, ever assume you know someone else's job, because you don't. You don't know shit. Okay, so we have 4 hours of drive time and 9 hours to do the job. I can't pull over to sleep. That's not enough time. So hopefully the 4 hours I have will be enough for me to not have to sleep, because I started this job a little sleepy. So always happy that Tsuyu has his own schedule instead of a set harsh deadline like we had with Tokyo Ghoul. I've been enjoying Choji Next too. I feel like I have to reread it because there's parts of it that are really incomprehensible to me. And it's definitely got a problem with like introducing way too many characters, because a lot of them are super forgettable and it's like, who the fuck is this person? But it is a good series that I like. Quick question, Max. Who is this Kizaru guy, and why does he look so cool? Kizaru is one of the admirals of the Marines in One Piece, which are some of the most powerful people in the Marines. And Oda just decided to make him dripped out as fuck. I don't know what to say. Watch the first season so you can be happy about the second season is announced. I am happy for people that are excited about it, but doesn't mean a lot to me. I have to understand how people can think like that. Like, it takes time to make something great like those stories. It just seems to come down to a lack of understanding and lack of empathy, and again, that belief that creative people don't work real jobs. That's a very prevailing belief that is obnoxious and wrong. I remember someone excused crunch culture in video games by saying that, like, if you want to make the next generation-defining game, then you need to put in the hard work to get there. No one's claiming that you don't need to work hard to make great shit, but you shouldn't have to work so hard that you can't live the rest of your life, or that you die an early death as a result of overwork. It's such a horrible mindset to come at it with. You need to read Dorohedoro, man? I've heard that a lot. It's been recommended to me a lot. I just haven't gotten around to it. Whenever I see people getting mad at Map over JJK, I literally see like they are working to death to get that shit done. Yeah, never, ever, ever give any animation studio shit, really, for not working fast enough. Because that's how this crunch culture is born. That's how this awful setting is formed. Madhouse got sued a few years ago for how much they overworked their people. Kind of like the idea of season manga, set it up to close a plot point all at once and take breaks as needed. Probably not financially viable, but one can dream. I thought what Fujimoto did with part 2 was pretty good. You know, he finished Chance Man part 1, and then he didn't release any new chapters for like a year and a half. How long was it? It was almost 2 years. You know, he finished up one major story arc. He finished a story, and then he took a long break to get ready for the next one. That's great. I want to see more of that. Mac checking his phone chat while driving other cars. Ah, it's okay. A little distracted driving never hurt nobody. How you doing, Button Son? Welcome to the stream. Crunch culture is horrendous. I hate it so much. I worked at Rockstar for a bit and quit within 8 months because of the crunch culture. It was horrid. Yeah, I don't blame you, and I'm glad you got out of that situation. I would. I've talked about this before, but it's essentially a big part of why I didn't go into video work professionally. You know, I am a decently skilled video editor. I could go into video production as a career, but I haven't. Because A, I don't feel good working on videos that I'm not personally interested in doing, so that hurts my ability to work professionally, because like working on news or working on advertising feels soulless and boring to me. But 2, video as a whole has a very 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or you'll never get anywhere mindset, and I didn't want to be a part of that. I like making videos. I like editing a lot. It's my life's passion. But I also like playing video games. I also like trucking a little bit, you know? And I want the freedom to do that too. Are you comfortable answering if you make videos on YouTube for a living? No, I do not. I just got home from my full-time job. I work as a purchaser. I'm not pulling in enough money to do this full-time just yet. Still got a long way to go for that. Little boozing and cruising ain't got me in trouble yet. Hush up. It's not the texting and driving that gets us in trouble. It's the texters who crash. That tells me that I should work harder, even though, unlike him, I don't have 2 kids with 2 different women, nor divorced 3 times, nor I have 3 cars. I'm lazy, Tim, because I didn't fuck up my life. People tend to people who treat you like that tend to be projecting somehow, I think. I mentioned it before, but I had this boss when I was working in retail who told me that I needed to. I was going to college to get a video degree at the time, and he told me I should just get a business degree, because he was like, a business degree, you know, you're unlikely to get a job in the field you want. You should just get a business degree, because then you can get any job, and you can make good money. And it pissed me off, because I felt like he was projecting his problems onto me, and he was projecting what he wanted onto me. It made me mad. Did you like the stream? Yeah, you all better like the goddamn stream. Just yet. I like that mentality. It is like a dream, you know. It's a dream that I would love to be able to make a living off of this someday, but it is still very far off. No, I'm going. Screw all of you. But it's something I'm working toward. I'm just the thing that I struggle with is you know, I have to find a way to make that kind of thing work in my format where I don't upload super frequently. Everybody will tell you need to upload more often, do the 8 minutes a day shit, or new video every week shit if you want to make a living on YouTube. And while I'm aware that would make it a lot easier, that's not what I want to do. So I'm more interested in finding a way to make what I do work. So I go for things like Patreon. Support the channel if you want to get more videos, so I can go full time. My dad worked at Activision as a renderer and stuff for years, and I didn't see him at home much. He'd leave at 6 a.m. and then come home late and just kind of eat, then disappear. Yeah, it's bad, man. It's really bad. There needs to be laws put in place, or a cultural shift to change how we approach work. I forget what country it was, but I read about some country where it's they have laws in place that make it so that you legally do not have to answer work emails on the weekend. Fuck, dude, that should be everywhere. That should be the law everywhere. You shouldn't have to work on your time off for any reason. I'm the only one who has liked the stream. You all better follow suit and like the damn stream. Tell me what tea I want. Some kind of herbal or floral tea. Some kind of floral tea. How about that? Starting late to the stream, I was talking to my friend. Please don't hit me. It's okay, Smiling Ghost. I forgave you. This time. Textures and crashes really give the textures and gyros a bad name. You get it, Jack. You get it. You definitely get it. Why are you just sitting there? Lavender or orange blossom? I'd go orange blossom personally. and that's when you can get anxious about uploading enough. Yeah, so, you know, going back to our discussion about manga authors and being able to put up chapters when they're ready. That's how I want to do videos. I would like to make videos more frequently. I'd like to get videos out faster, but I don't want to do it at the expense of my vision for them or at the expense of the quality. People tell me all the time, it's like, oh, I've had this discussion with people where they're like, oh, you should cut corners more so you can get videos out faster. And I'm like, well, I don't want to do that. I want to make my videos like really solid. I don't want to have to cut corners because it make my videos faster to get out. I want to feel proud about what I'm putting out. So I don't want to upload every month because I have to in order to survive. I'd rather find a way to be able to upload a couple times a year and just make those videos really, really good. So I don't have to kill myself trying to make videos. Wouldn't be surprised me if that law is in the Netherlands or someplace like that. Yeah, it's got to be somewhere in Europe, totally. Bro said blah. One time someone asked my dad, how do you balance work and home life? And he said, neglect my family as a joke, but I sometimes don't think he was joking. Kind of doesn't sound like he was, but at the same time, I'm sure he didn't have a lot of say in the matter, you know? That's just an unfortunate reality of the line of work, and it's not like you can just quit when you have a family. You have people to support. If I'm not getting enough salary, then you get a shift to work when it's scheduled, period. My job is really cool. I'm salaried, and, you know, if you're salaried, there's nothing to stop from the company from asking you to work more than 40 hours. But my work is very understanding about, like, off time is off time. I haven't worked during the weekend a single time that I've since I took this position. I always go home at 4. I never have to stay late. And there's not really an expectation that I would do those things. There's just like, if emergencies come up, then I'm expected to be able to be called upon at any time, no matter the day or whatever. But emergencies don't happen every day. You know, it's not really a problem. When's your inner truck in the game? Yeah, I'm the isekai driver. That's me. I'm the guy who made all your favorite isekai by running over kids. And I would do it again. Especially when the corners are cut are like personal choices and style. Yeah, so when I do my behind the scenes streams on Patreon, I fully admit, like, I'll tell people about an edit that I did, and I'll be like, if I didn't do this, no one would have noticed, but it makes me feel really good to do it. And that's like part of my choice and part of my style is making little edits, little changes that if I didn't do them, it wouldn't really hurt the video, but it's nice having them there. These government employees get something similar. They aren't allowed to work more than 12 hours at a time, I think it was. I don't know anything about that, but that is, you know, good to hear. Oh, please let me over. Please let me over. Please let me over. Please, you fucking asshole. Piece of shit. I love little details. Then you would love my cock. Subscribe to my OnlyFans today. You can get all the little details you want. We got the most beautiful little details in the business. You'll need a microscope on your phone. And get a look. Don't -2 me. Don't bring the Germa -2 into this chat. Don't -2 me. That was funny. Screw you. He quit at CTO and they're just really wringing like 20 work trips out of him. He went to LA like 2 times for a week in the last 2 months. Ooh, that sucks. That really sucks. Man, what's with all the fucking road shit today? There's been a lot of construction and crap. This is where I need to go. Fuck. Ah, crap. That sucks. What do you think? Boo, we hate your cock. Alright, you little bastards. Headlight usage offense. I'm getting dinged for headlight usage. It's still daylight, bro. Fuck off. What do you think of harem? I'm not into it. It's not for me. I know that fantasy appeals to some people. It's not really my thing. Are we already in Tulsa? Am I about to complete this job? Oh, I still got an hour to go. Probably because of the detour I just got put on, but an hour's not too far. It's been 72 days since HNK went on hiatus. Only a ton of days left, and those years never felt so long. But you don't understand. There was probably a really fun video game that came out that she wanted to play. Harem's something to watch when you're lonely and depressed. I feel like harem is more lonely and depressing than just being lonely and depressed. Because you have to watch an uncharismatic individual be surrounded by a bunch of caricatures that want to fuck him. What a fun series, man. What would you rate Demon Slayer out of 10? I'd give it like a 4 out of 10. It's not the worst series ever, but it's... 4 out of 10 isn't fair. I'd give it a 3 out of 10. If we're saying the 5 out of 10 is average, nothing special, then Demon Slayer is pretty below nothing special. It's like negative nothing special. It's special in how not special it is. Why does this remind me of the city, of my city? The roads in the game feel too similar. I mean, if you're from Oklahoma, then wouldn't be too shocked. They put a lot of work into the details in these games. They do work trips out to the places that they're making maps for to try and make it like pretty similar. I mean, you know, we're in Oklahoma now, and this is what Oklahoma feels like, but other parts of the country in this game feel very different. I give it a 6. It has issues, but 6 out of 10 for me is middle of the road, so I don't know. See, middle of the road for me is 5 out of 10. If we say that an average score is a 5 out of 10, then Demon Slayer is below average in my mind. That better not be the exit I need to go off. Okay, no, we're good. Yes. That's the fucking exit I need. Are you kidding me? Am I just like blocked from both directions to getting to where I want to go? That's a classic, man. That's a fucking classic. Okay, so this is the road I just went down, and I couldn't get up here because it was blocked. And then we looped back around, and this is blocked too. How the fuck am I supposed to get to Tulsa? I have to like go around this way. Christ. How did you do that? That's impressive. It's not my fault. There's no visual for me to see where construction's at in this game. They had both of the exits that I needed blocked off. I couldn't have predicted that. One of our girlfriends that really, etc. love you is unironically pretty good because it's satire on harem. I've heard good things about it. If you could change one thing about the story of your favorite manga, what would you change? I think I would have gone into One Piece and foreshadowed the Nika reveal better. I do apologize, One Piece spoilers briefly, but while I understand that the point is that it was a name that's erased from history and whatever, I think Fishman Island, specifically, a place that is not super connected to the world government and is super connected to the sun, would have been a good place to foreshadow that a bit more. Are you getting me, Mac? I'm doing my best. I just got cucked by 2 different exits being closed off, so, you know, I'm just trying to find what detour I have to take so I can get to fucking Tulsa, Oklahoma. What the hell is in Tulsa? Someone in this chat's from Oklahoma. They were talking about it earlier. What the hell is in Tulsa? Why would anyone go to Tulsa? Huh? Fishman Island arc was good. People give Fishman Island too much hate. I get that it's like a very low stakes arc compared to a lot of arcs, but I also think that was necessary. You know, when you do a time skip in anime, you need to be able to show your audience that the time skip was meaningful. A lot of animes do this thing where they have a time skip to make the characters stronger, and then they come back and in the next arc they're don't seem to be any stronger. Black Clover did it where like they had this like 6-month arc where Asta got buff, and then immediately he was getting his cheeks clapped by the next new enemy. And it's like, okay, what the fuck was the point of the time skip then? He didn't get any stronger relative to the world around him. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. I need to... This is closed off. This is where I need to get off. You think I can just run over the exit sign and get onto the highway anyway? Because I can circumvent these detours a lot. There's a lot of room right there. There we go. This is the classic American Truck Simulator experience. I don't want to take the long detour. I don't really care why the road is blocked off. They'll understand. So anyway, back to what I was saying, like Fishman Island is a good arc because it actually takes the opportunity to show how much stronger these Straw Hats have become by letting them ass clap the fucking enemies in that arc. It makes sense. It's good. It's a good use of that arc. It's maybe not the most engaging arc in the world, but it's important. Fuck, that's where I need to go. Fuck, that's gonna be harder to sneak by. I'll give it a I'll give it the good old college effort. Fuck. I think I just got my truck stuck. No, we're good. We are good. But I can't go this way like I thought I could. How did this guy get here? Buddy, you need to move. I gotta get past you. Where are all these assholes coming from? Oh, don't you honk at me, you jackass. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, we're just gonna run over this fireman real quick. Get out of the goddamn road, jackass! Oh, Christ. Do you like 100 Girlfriends? I haven't watched it. I don't know anything about it. Out of context, that's a really funny chat message to receive. I only like my girlfriend, Soos. But thanks for asking. Fuck me. Fuck. Fucking shit, man. Come on. Fuck's sake. Don't back up right now. I will kill you. Okay, where is this detour gonna take us? Okay, so I have to... Oh, that's such a long detour. Just do it. Just take me all the way, man. What the fuck is that? There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is this fucking mess? 9 hours? This trip is 9 hours? That's impossible. There's no fucking way. I have 2 hours left in the job. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the worst job ever. They blocked off my only exits to get to where I need to go, and the only way to get there is to be 7 hours late! Fuck you, man. I don't think that trip time is accurate. I think it's fucking up because of all the extra points added on the map. Let's try to get this to look right. Next trip point is in 2, so we'll be a little late. We'll be a little late, but it's not the end of the world. I know that every time you aren't drinking water, I get closer to location. Well, try and stop me. I'm drinking probiotic soda today. There's not a damn thing you can do about it. Rival truck company trying to take you down. What do you think of Attack on Titan 1 out of 10? I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Are you saying that Attack on Titan is a 1 out of 10? Because I think that's a bit much. I don't want to talk about Attack on Titan. Because people get too aggressive about it. It's fun, guys, but I gotta go. Time for some Baldur's Gate 3 with the boys. Have fun, and don't forget to like the stream. Appreciate you, Mondo. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for being here. You're a legend. What if you have a harem of horrendous, hideous, most disgusting creatures beyond human comprehension that want to fuck you? You saying you don't want that? I know I'm tired, but I can't sleep. The job needs to be done. I'm gonna fucking close. I'm gonna quit this job and blow my fucking brains out. This sucks. So here's the deal. I have to fall over and sleep, because if I don't, I'm gonna start falling asleep at the wheel. And when you fall asleep at the wheel, you lose control of the truck, and you fucking slam into the side of the road. But sleeping is an additional 8 hours on the fucking timer. I'm going crazy here, man. And now that the delivery's late, it's gonna start playing this really obnoxious music that I hate. I'm gonna turn it off. Can I turn it off? Where's the option to turn it off? Music, music, music. Music. Let's just go ahead and turn that off. This is so fucking stupid! I hate when the game does this. I hate when they just cuck you and make you late to a job, and there's nothing you can do about it because there's just not enough roads. Can I rest here? I guess I have to rest here. I would have been on time if the fucking exit wasn't closed. I wouldn't have had to pull over to sleep if the exit wasn't closed. If both exits weren't closed. Oh, come on. Are light novels worth getting into? I don't know anything about light novels, so I can't answer that. I don't read them personally. So let's see, the job is, we're late, and my income goes down for every minute that I'm late, and we're like 8 hours late now. So this is fucking lit. Can I just turn off like the alt route? Can it just take me back to where I need to go? Because the exit has to be open by now, right? For the love of all that's holy, the exit has to be open by now. Can I cross this, do you think? Can I just like cross this highway? Or are these barriers too strong? Those barriers are like cement. I'm not getting past that. I was about to do a U-turn on the highway. I am not above doing a U-turn on the highway. Not at all. Not even remotely. Only one way to test it out, Mac. If this exit is closed, I'm going to quit the job. And I'm just going to take... I have so much money. I don't need the money. I don't need to put myself through this. There's no reason for me to put myself through this, okay? I don't need the money. I'm rich. I'm a very wealthy trucker. I'm not going to miss the money that I'll lose quitting the job. I'm already getting a reduced payout because I got cucked by the game anyway. I have not read Akira. I obviously know its reputation, but I have not read it. Appreciate you, everything. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you sleep well. And yeah, everybody like the stream or you are cringe. Remember when Mack accepted the job, excited by opportunity and good pay? Happy times. Yeah, well, life is like a box of chocolates. Sometimes you get that piece of shit chocolate that's full of like cherry jam and tastes like crap. New expansion, now you can yell at an insurance agent for taking liability 3 seconds after you get hit. That's already a thing that happens. You get blamed for every accident in this game, even if you aren't at fault for them. There's a new Akira anime coming out? I didn't know that. Osamu Tezuka? Have you ever read any of their works? I don't know. What have they written? Probably not. Going to get into Kingdom manga? That sounds lit. I like Kingdom a lot. I recommend it. I hope you enjoy it. Let's let me know what you think. Now you can frivolously argue with an NPC and it's only a $40 expansion. Well, that's pretty lit. I didn't know it existed either, Hibiscus. This is news to me. That's why Phoenix Jungle Emperor. No, I haven't. I know of Astro Boy, and I think I watched like an Astro Boy movie back in the day. But Astro Boy always felt kind of weird to me because he's just like a shirtless little kid, and that just kind of made me uncomfortable. Why are you slowing down so much? Get out me fucking way! I've asked you that question before. Well, then why are you asking it again? Huh? Oh, you didn't ask it again. Sorry. That was someone else. I get asked the same. Here's the thing, guys. I was talking to someone the other day, and I was like, I wish I could make a Google Doc that just had like all of the frequently asked questions. Because there's a lot of questions that I get asked repeatedly. You know, those of you who watch the streams a lot, how many times have I been asked what I think of JJK? How many times have I been asked if I'm going to make a video on JJK? There's a lot of questions that I just get asked a lot. And I can't remember everything that I get asked. So I repeat a lot of the same things, and I forget a lot of things that people tell me. I wish it wasn't the case. I feel bad that I don't remember everything that happens, but it is what it is. There's only so much you can keep up with when chat is moving so fast. And I'm very thankful for how active the streams are lately and how many of you are watching it. It really makes me happy. I really enjoy getting the chance to connect with all of you, but I can't keep track of everything, unfortunately. Mack into time looping Astro Boy questions. Yeah, but I was talking to my friend about it. And I was like, I wish I could make like a Google Doc that just had like FAQs that people could reference, and it'd be like, if someone asks if what I think about JJK, someone could just link them the Google Doc, and it would have like a short explanation of what I think of JJK and if I'm gonna make a video about it or whatever. But I was like, I don't want to be rude. I don't want people to feel bad about asking questions, because it's not like they know that I've answered them before. You know, not everybody watches all the time, and some people are, you know, new to the streams or whatever. So it's not like I can be upset about that. And I'm not upset about it. It's just one of those things where it's like you answer the same question so many times, it starts to get tiring, and it's I don't want you guys to feel bad about that. It's just reality. I irrationally get upset when when JJK is mentioned because I've seen so many people thirsty for Gojo. I get genuinely annoyed when I see him. I feel so bad. I don't get annoyed. I don't hate Gojo. I don't think he's a particularly good character, and I don't really think he serves a good function in that story. And it's kind of an unpopular take because obviously people love Gojo, but like when that motherfucker got sealed in the prison realm, I was happy. I was like, good. Now maybe things can be suspenseful. It's hard for things to have suspense when the in-universe most powerful dude is always around. What's the oldest manga you've read? It's a good question. Berserk dates pretty far back. I don't know. That's a good question. Devilman, maybe? Just, I don't care about parking this shit. Just take it. How much money did I lose? $21,000? $21,000? Are you fucking? You think my delivery's worth 3,000 bucks? Do you know who I am? You motherfucker! Bullshit. I'm very excited for Danzadan. Who do you think you are? I'm the CEO of Mack's Truckin'. I have $500,000 in the bank. You want to give me 5K, 3K for my time? Fuck off. Where am I right now? It's not here. Where am I? Where am I on the map? Where hang on. What the fuck? Oh, it was because I was on Quick Job. Okay, that takes us to Oregon. That's like a cross-country trip. That's a really big thing to haul, though. And I kind of don't want to deal with it. Where does this go? That goes to Southern California. Casper, Wyoming. That's headed towards Idaho. I forget who wanted me to go to Idaho, but we'll head towards Idaho. Where was I supposed to go in Idaho? The town might not be in the game, but... we'll take Transformers to Idaho. Or to Wyoming. Fuck, I forgot to, okay, it's not a big deal. I have to get my truck repaired and, well, actually, it's not a big deal. I have time to stop and get gas and all that. We don't need to sleep. I just slept and this job's really long, so I'll have plenty of time, but. Stop cursing, Mac. My drunk father said if you don't stop making noise, he'll beat me with his beer bottle. Kind of a skill issue, Freddy. I don't know what to tell you. I love how heated you are over this. I'm pissed off, man. I didn't have a choice in the matter. I didn't choose to get screwed over by exits being blocked off. And a boy had to take a nap, okay? You want me to deliver the load half destroyed because I kept falling asleep at the wheel? I want my money. That was a 24K job that just got dropped down to 3K. Some fucking bullshit, man. I need to get my truck repaired here. Get my truck serviced, goddammit. Truck's all fixed up. Whenever I'm bored, I just read the JJK fan asking the top man to kill Gege over Twitter. That sounds unhinged. I like your truck colors. Thank you. I forgot how to change the camera angle. There it is. Thank you. It's a nice blue color with like a little pearlescence to make it kind of purplish. It's very cute, I thought. Twitter is just not to be taken seriously. I mean, you know, I feel pretty strongly about that after their reaction to my One Piece video. There's just some, like, real low IQ reading comprehension moments in there. I always hated Twitter, but, like, I really, I feel like I have to be on it, because that's just like a social media thing to do. If you're gonna fucking work on the internet, you gotta have a Twitter and use it. But like, I very barely go on there. Can you get hit by a train in this game? I think so. I use my Twitter like once in a blue moon to tweet something stupid. What's my tweet history right now? I know I posted something really dumb not that long ago. What were some of my recent tweets? Let's talk about some of my bangers. So I posted my 50 the screenshot of when I passed over 50,000 subscribers, and I just my tweet was just, can I please get a hamburger emoji in the chat, which is kind of funny. Oh, and there was the time I threatened to box Captain Mack, the kids show. Talked shit about Starfield. Yeah, whatever. Twitter's for the better, TBH. Yeah, I'm not missing out on much. I just like I don't get much out of like social media. I was like born without whatever gene makes me want to like get internet likes and stuff like that. And I know that might seem ironic to say, considering I make the YouTube video. I was supposed to get off of that exit. I have plenty of room to do a little tricky dicky move here. There's no one on the road. There's nothing to stop me from doing this. I ain't fucking around with this anymore. Okay, I want to deal with detours. But you know, my videos are made out of passion more than anything else. The desire to get views and get likes and all that is built entirely off of the desire to do it full time. That's not the motivation. So there's no reason for me to post on Twitter to get like internet likes. That doesn't do anything for me. And it never really has. Like I don't share my life on Instagram or Facebook. I used to use Instagram a lot when I was younger. But as an adult, I never use Instagram. I never use Facebook. When I go on a vacation, I take pictures for myself. I don't take pictures to post on social media. Not that I'm judging anybody who does. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I personally don't get anything out of it. I like reading older manga to see how it influenced new manga, like Lone Wolf and Cub with the Samurai Slice at the same time, and one guy's fall down thing. One guy falls down thing. I don't know what you're referring to, but yeah, I don't know. There's lots of older stories that are very interesting. I just haven't read a lot of them, I guess. I really want to make a YouTube video essays one day, but only on subjects I like. Like, I want to talk about random things I really enjoy. I mean, that's how I started doing my videos, you know. My first video essay was on Death Stranding, and it's not like anybody had any reason to care what I had to say about Death Stranding, and it wasn't like I was known for making video essays. It was a subject I was interested in talking about, so I made a video about it. And when I made my Berserk video, I didn't expect to do it. You know, Berserk was like the first video that like really catapulted my channel to doing well. But when I made that video, I didn't even really expect it to do that well. I just made it. And every video I make about anime is just on a subject that I'm interested in. And I want to do video essays on other subjects too. Like I want to do video essays on video games. I just haven't done one in a while. But that's what I want from my channel. I try to make my channel a very like personality focused thing rather than like content focused thing, so that ideally people will watch what I upload regardless of what it is, rather than you know, I live or die by anime content. I think he's talking about scenes where two characters slash each other at the same time and then one of them falls down and dies, the other is fine. Oh, okay, gotcha. I want to talk about horrible flop game clock tower 2 ghost head and also make like a 3-hour Hotline Miami video essay. Should do it. What's stopping you? Probably be back to the stream, but if I don't, y'all have a good morning, good night, or good afternoon. Appreciate you, random guy. Thanks for stopping by. You're a legend. Sorry for incomprehensible. I'm a bit sleepy. It's okay. I'm generally incomprehensible. What the hell is this? Is this a toll road? I hate toll roads. Security check? What the hell are you security checking? Am I still going towards the job or did I pick it up? I'm still going towards the job. How far away is this job? Is the job even going to be there by the time I get there? Oh, I think this is like an entire industrial compound, so the security check is to get in. I'm not transporting anything. My truck's got nothing on it. Currently switching between this and writing a letter to my Spanish pen pal for school. Well, that sounds fun. Does it ever bother you that your most popular video is about a manga you didn't like instead of the videos about stuff you enjoyed? I don't know if bothering me is the right word. No, it doesn't. I feel very happy with the success that all of my videos have gotten, and I couldn't be happier about the success the Demon Slayer videos has gotten. I personally feel more proud of videos where I talk about things that I like. You know, I personally feel that like the Vinland Saga video, the Chainsaw Man video are better videos than the Demon Slayer video, but that's still a video that I'm very proud of, and I'm extremely happy with the reception it's received. It's very close. I don't want to jinx it by mentioning it, but it's very close to hitting 1 million views right now. And if that was my first video to ever hit 1 million views, I would be very happy. So we're picking up Transformers here, yeah? Yeah. Transformers to Wyoming. Or I could take lumber to Colorado. I want to take Transformers. That's worth a lot of money. The Chainsaw Man video, Jess. The one that exists and is real. And I spent like 4 months making it. I do get why you're asking about that, Gwendolyn, and I could see why it would bother some people, but me personally, I'm just happy that, you know, I'm just happy when videos do well. And if it's a video that I'm proud of, then I'm extra happy. And I am proud of that video, so I have nothing to complain about. Scared of making videos about stuff I like because I feel like my words aren't capable of capturing how much I love the thing. Well, here's the thing. And I get why you feel that way, because I felt that way too. You only get to the point that you're able to vocalize why you like the things that you like by doing it. And you might look back at the first video you made, the first video essay you made, and you might think to yourself like, man, I did not get these words out right. I did not express myself well. But it's an important stepping stone to getting to a point that you can make those videos that you're very proud of. I talked about it before, my Death Stranding video, my first ever video essay. It was a video that was criticizing Death Stranding, which I feel is a very flawed game, but ultimately a good one. And I look back on that video, and while I stand by the points that I made in that video, I think I did a very poor job of explaining myself. So if I was to do that video today, I could do a much better job with it. But me making that video was an important stepping stone to making videos where I am much better about talking about the things that I like or the things that I don't like. It's all about practice. It's all about experience. You have to do it poorly before you can do it well. That's just the truth for anything, really. So if you're worried about, you know, not being able to express yourself the way that you want to, that's going to happen. That's reality. You have to face into it and do it anyway. Maybe if that's something you're worried about, you could spend time making videos about subjects that are less important to you. Like, you know, if Hotline Miami is a very important video for you, you could spend some time doing videos about other things first. I've always struggled with expressing myself, but over the years I've been writing more poetry about myself and it's been getting better. That's great to hear. It's all about doing it. You just gotta do the stuff you want. Thanks for the advice. Happy to give it. All right, we got a long road. Ended up to Wyoming with the Transformers. Got a bunch of Transformers toys loaded on my truck. Personally, like this is something that I'm dealing with. I've been working on for a couple years now a video about From Software and their games, because I love From Software games and I want to talk about them and I want to criticize them when they aren't perfect, but talk about why they're so great. But I haven't done like a video game related video in a while, and I don't know how capable I am of making a video like that. So rather than rushing it, I want to spend some time working on other video game related video essays before I do the From Software one, so that I can kind of shore up my skills so that I know I feel confident when it comes to talking about video games. You know, that video's been slowly getting worked on for literally years at this point. And it will eventually come out. I don't know when it'll be, but I want to get a little more experience with the video game specifically under my belt before I do it. Was there a video idea you wanted to do but kept pushing and working on other videos? Well, that one, more or less. I kind of answered that one inadvertently. The From Software video is something that I really want to make and really want to make well. And because I want to make it well, I have consistently pushed it aside for other projects until I feel confident in my ability to do it. A lot of people think poetry is dumb, but it's taught me a lot about practice and patience, because it took me literally 5 years to get good at it, but I just kept writing no matter what. I think every form of art is beautiful in its own way, and they all, you know, deserve their own respect. There's also, you know, I want to make videos plural about One Piece. I think this is the right way. I want to make videos plural about One Piece, but because One Piece is so important to me and it's a series that I love so much, I've definitely put off actually making those videos because I want to make sure I do it right. And I feel really confident now that I can do it, and I really want to get it done, but there's other projects that are more important right now. So, you know, here's the thing. I have literally years of video ideas in my head. You know, if we consider the rate at which I make videos, which I would like to do videos faster, but if we consider the rate that I do videos right now, I have years worth of videos in my head. Years. So there's plenty of projects that I want to get to that just I haven't gotten them yet. Thought about making videos about manga like Requiem of the Rose, King, Boys Run the Riot, Our Dreams at Dusk, and Until I Love Myself, because I haven't seen anyone talk about them. You totally should then. Hey Cashy, how you doing? Glad to see you're gaming. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on your way, and I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. By the way, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, get in there and do it. I have a 200 plus pages of poetry stacked up, and only like a quarter of it's good, but I still have doing it. Poetry's underrated when you get past the surface level stuff. It's underrated when you get past surface level stuff. I think everybody ends up feeling that way. Everybody ends up feeling like a lot of their early work is crap. I mean, you know, you guys have seen the past like 2-3 years of my videos. You know, you guys have seen the stuff that's done well. But I've been making videos since 2017. I started this channel with Let's Plays, and I did cooking videos, and I did lots of random other stuff. And they haven't always been good, and I didn't even think they were good at the time, but I knew I needed them to be crap before I could make good videos. You know, it's just a reality. You have to make bad shit before you can make good shit. No one gets to just do shit for free. Can I just go this way and skip stopping? Oh, there's no need to stop because these assholes are just slow. I've been wanting to write an essay about why I think Mack's hair is the most beautiful thing on earth, but I can't find the right words to make it justice. It's a hard thing to quantify, isn't it? Only like the stream if I receive pizza. You'll receive virtual pizza for a virtual like. How about that? I don't want to pause. You don't have to pause to like. You can like anytime. Those are all LGBT manga, and I think it's cool. They're pretty much mainstream now. I'm happy for the LGBT community and where they've, you know, gotten to over the years. Being openly gay, or I don't know, being overtly gay was still very frowned upon when I was a kid. And I'm glad that it is much less so. It sucks that there are still people out there that discriminate against gay people, and that trans people specifically seem to have their very existence threatened on a daily basis. But we're getting there. It's great to see the progress we've made. Why are we going so slow? It's 75, you assholes. We're going 50. Why are y'all going so slow? I got Transformers to deliver to some kid for Christmas, okay? His dad bought him a lot of them. I don't think he knew that he put $9.99 in the quantity box when he ordered all these, but quite frankly, it's not my problem. When I show up with a truckload of Transformers, someone's taking the goddamn Transformers. Okay? It's not my problem at that point. If you mistakenly ordered 999 Transformers instead of one, that's your problem. That's not my problem. I'm just getting paid to deliver them. This is way too accurate if you're driving in the South. I'm South-ish. I'm in Oklahoma. Can I have a Megatron? All right, let's talk to Dad. Wait, hang on. Why is there a U-turn here? Did I miss an exit? Shit, I think I missed an exit. Oops. No virtual pizza. I want real cheese with mozzarella cheese. Real cheese with mozzarella, cheddar, breadsticks, and root beer. Okay, if you like the stream, it'll get there in roughly 5 business days. Academically, it's impossible. I got an A on my first exam 3 years ago, and I got no more A's since. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, Keshi? Cheese nuts, Lamau. Fucking destroyed. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and make an illegal U-turn. Y'all check this shit out. Alright, they got a left turn right here. That's perfect for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and make a U-turn. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? Call the cops? I'll be long gone by the time they get here, bro. I'll be 5 states away by the time the police get here. You ever seen their response time? It's pathetic. You made some illegal U-turns. It's so worrying. Now just imagine how I drive in real life. I really want to write a bunch of good queer representation when I'm able to like get my work out there. You totally should. Until I Love Myself talks about the culture of manga industry and sexual harassment that happens in it, and how Japan does almost nothing to make it better. We need more works that criticize stuff like that, honestly. I mean, people bring it up all the time in my videos. Like when I criticize the sexism and Demon Slayer, people were like, oh, Japanese culture doesn't have as much of an obsession with this kind of thing as Western culture. And it's like, well, I consider that a bad thing, so I'm going to criticize it. I love when people bring that up. They bring that up when they're like, oh, well, this is just kind of the norm in Japan. Well, I think that's a bad thing. So I'm going to criticize it, man. You don't get change if you don't criticize things. And if I see something that I think needs to change, I'm going to criticize it. I'm not going to be like, Japan's just a little quirky over there. They love not giving women positions of power. And that's, they're just quirky like that. Like, yeah, that's lit, bro. Just because it's the norm doesn't mean it's good, Lamau? Yeah, exactly. Villainous truck driver. It annoys me that an anime character can be explicitly trans, but bigoted anime fans will still find any possible excuse to say they aren't. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My girl Kiku could not be more explicitly a trans character, but anytime someone calls Kiku a woman, you'll find commenters that are like him with an asterisk correcting the poster. Like, everybody refers to Kiku as woman. She's very clearly trans. There's no in between about it. Japan is just a silly little guy. We were talking about hating the first thing we've ever made. I love the first academic thing I made. Oh, you can beat that, Kesha. You can beat an A you got 3 years ago. You just have to put the work in. Who's Kiko? Is she from One Piece? Kiku, yeah. So Kiku is a character from the Wano arc of One Piece. She is introduced as a woman, treated like a woman. Partway through the story, it's revealed that she's a man. The characters, sorry, not she's a man. She was born male, and the characters are like, "Oh, you're a man," and she says, "Oh, this one's a woman." She says, "I'm a woman at heart." And that's it. That's the entire discussion. After that, everyone continues referring to her as a woman. She's very clearly a trans woman. And people still like to act like she's a man. Breathing as an anime power is a waste of space. I don't necessarily think so. I think it was stupid in Demon Slayer, because Demon Slayer doesn't do virtually anything, right? But, you know, there's no universal rights or wrong in storytelling. There's only, you know, doing it poorly. There's only having breathing as a power system poorly. So technically Okiku is the more correct way to say Kiku's name, but like the O part is like an honorific that's part of older Japanese culture, so I just forget to say it a lot of time. Character go, I'm a trans woman, I am female, and anime fans can go with, well, the US actually mistranslated this. Yeah, no. If Fire Punch ever got an anime, can you just imagine the discussion around Togata? The discourse? Oh, man. Mainly hear people debating about Namato's gender. That one is more understandable because Oda does not make that one particularly clear. That one is a lot more understandable. I think I can just pass this way. I think I have like the easy scan. Whatever. Good. Excellent. Isn't Turkey and Dorohedoro trans? I don't know anything about Dorohedoro, so I can't answer that. It's bigotry. It's just straight up bigotry. And like, it's crazy to me that a story like One Piece that has direct racism allegories and has, you know, canonically trans characters and, you know, has this whole fucking theme about acceptance and kindness, still has horrible people that just want to knock down what people are. It's sickening. People who read One Piece and are still racist and bigoted are just not reading the same story, I swear. She got introduced to Pirate Warriors 4 as DLC, and she's one of my favorites to play around as. Yeah, I picked up that DLC, but I haven't played it too much. Yamato is a really fun addition. The Yamato was a really fun character. It's hard to come across like really well represented trans characters too. That's why I really like Tokata from Fire Punch, because like that is a crazy representation of a trans person. It makes you wonder if Fujimoto has like trans friends or trans people in his life, that because he seems to be so aware and so in tune with the struggles of trans people. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy, because you don't see it talked about so overtly that often. It's an incredible scene. It's an incredible scene, and I keep telling my friend Green, because she's trans, I keep telling her she needs to read Fire Punch, because there's a really well represented trans character in Fire Punch. Good trans representation is hard to find in a story not explicitly about it. Yeah, and I don't know anything about HXH yet, so I can't answer that. It's hard too, because it just gets danced around so much. You know, it just gets danced around so much. There's not a lot of like direct discussion about it. There's not a lot of like overt discussion about it. If there is a trans character in media, they tend to, you know, not put too much of a spotlight on it. And I'm not saying that every story needs to be about like that identity discussion, but it would be nice to see it being more overt here and there, you know. I advanced for a second to do an evil little project, but I'll be back. I appreciate you, Hibiscus. Luffy would have died multiple times if it wasn't for the LGBT community. True that. That's real. Bon Clay, what an absolute gender fluid legend. Why are you going so slow? Why are you going so... Get out of the fucking road! I got Optimus Primes to deliver. Get the fuck out of my way! Dude. For fuck's sake. You moron. I hate other people, man. I hate them. Yeah, Ivan Kov too. Ivan Kov and all of their little freedom fighters. Hate American roads. I wish we had a little less asphalt, you know? Asphalt's a pretty shit road building material. It's cheap, but it is not effective. Shit breaks constantly, get potholes all over the place. You gotta get repaired constantly. Asphalt sucks, man. Hasn't there been a flying car that's been officially recognized and able to be used? I heard about a flying car, like the first ever flying car to like actually fly from one airport to another. And I think it is road legal, but it's obviously like you can't just start flying on the middle of the highway. Man, all those 80s sci-fi movies are a bunch of bullshit, man. All of them are like, oh yeah, the 2020s are going to be technological wonderland. All we have is AI art that looks terrible. You know, all we have is AI art that can't figure out hands or letters. All we have is people using AI to try to rip off other people's works and make a living as if they're a real artist. Well, we live in the worst future timeline, man. Sure, you get asked about Poon Poon a lot, but what do you think about Inio Asano and his works in general? I've only read a couple. I've read Downfall and I keep forgetting the name, like the Girl by the Sea. What the fuck is it called? I'm not looking at the game right now. I should probably keep my eyes on the road, so to speak. If you know me, I'll pull this up on my phone. But they were both really good. I remember like Downfall was a really important manga for me because it was when I was still relatively new at reading manga, and it was a really interesting read for me because I'd never seen a manga that tackled real life issues the way that it did. Girl on the Shore, that's it. Inio Sano's Girl on the Shore. That's the one I read. I don't remember Girl on the Shore as well as I remember Downfall, but Downfall was really special to me. And I do want to make a video about Downfall at some point. AR has actually figured out hands. For the most part, it's fucking terrifying. They've kind of figured out hands. Sometimes. You can still tell. AR needs to fucking burn. It was cool as a concept until these motherfuckers started goofing up and using it for plagiarism. Yeah, well, it's a real problem right now. I mean, they're talking about it in video games right now with like the SAG-AFTRA making agreements to allow AI, and it's like AI writing, AI voice acting, AI art. Who do these people screw over? Or who? What does this work screw over? You know, because the people who are in power at like Lionsgate, or people who are in power at Ubisoft, they don't give a shit about the creative process. They don't give a shit about the creative vision. They give a shit about money. It doesn't matter to them that there's no creative vision in something that's AI generated. They just care that it makes a lot of money while costing next to nothing. So it's just another tale. You know, creatives have always been screwed over by their respective industries. Creatives are constantly getting screwed over. Even YouTubers get screwed over by YouTube. The content that, you know, they make this platform, all of its money, and YouTubers get screwed over by YouTube constantly in favor of fucking late night hosts who themselves are taking advantage of their writers, you know? Creatives are just constantly getting screwed over, and AI is just the ultimate fuck you to creatives. AI should be used as... AI is great as a tool. AI is great as a tool to aid creation or to inspire creation, but it should never be the final product. You should never sell something AI created as the final product. That is a terrible, horrible thing to do. And you're an awful person if you do it. Straight up. No cap. First same-sex kiss in a movie was between two women in the movie Manslaughter, released in 1922. I bet it was banned in like 40 countries at the time. AI art is only good when it makes weird-ass memes and those really uncanny videos where it looks like eldritch gods have orgies with each other. That's true. Whenever you get like a competent piece of AI art, it just feels so soulless. Like if you can't find any goofy mistakes with it, you look at it and it's like, okay, it looks nice, but it feels soulless. Like you can feel the lack of passion that's behind it. People pushing for AI art are unironically people that spite artists because they could not do the art. They hate us, so we don't matter to them. It's the same thing we were talking about earlier. It's the same people who have no empathy for, you know, creativity as a job. It's the same people who think that YouTubers don't have a job, a real job, or it's the same people who think that artists don't work a real job. It's those same people who don't respect or don't understand what it means to be a creative. They have no idea how many years and how much hard work it takes to become an artist. And so they'll never understand how horrible what they're doing is. As a writer, it's super disheartening to see people think that writers should become irrelevant because AI can write a book instead. It's disgusting. It's awful. I feel like AI voices don't get as much attention as art, but it's just egregious. We voice actors work hard too. I completely agree. AI voice acting is a serious issue, and it's gross. It's gross. AI voices can be used for like memes and shit. And you know, there is an ethical way to use this stuff, right? There is an ethical way to use this stuff, but generally it's bad. I forget, it's Cyberpunk. One of the foreign language voice actors for Vic, like, passed away between Cyberpunk 2077 and Phantom Liberty. And they, like, with the permission of the family, created an AI to do his voice and got new voice lines from Vic for Phantom Liberty, I think. That's good. That, like, you know, you're not replacing the work of somebody else. You're, you know, allowing someone who did a great job to continue doing the work, in a sense, with the permission of their family members. That's like an ethical way to use AI voices in a video game. That's good. I'm for that. But as soon as someone else loses a job because you decided to use AI instead of a real person, you've crossed the line. Creative types are, you know, notoriously, constantly not getting the credit they deserve, not getting the pay they deserve. So the moment you take away someone's potential to make money by using AI, you've done a wrong. No one's got an argument with this, and he said next time pick a. Oh my goodness, I gotta get off this highway. I need to. Sorry, I shouldn't be reading chat. I need to sleep. I'm getting close to needing to sleep, and there's a sleep spot right here. I got an argument once with this guy, and he said next time pick a reel that can't be replaced by 3 lines of code. And that's the thing, like, it can't be replaced because, again, you can feel the lack of passion, and AI is incapable of innovation. You know, that's one thing that I don't think gets talked about enough. AI is incapable of innovation because it's based on the work of others. AI can never create something new. AI can never innovate on anything. It can only replicate. And so if you rely on AI to do art, all art will stagnate and die because AI is incapable of innovation. Been experimenting with AI to see how it writes, and a lot of time it repeats metaphors, which is super interesting to me. Like, it can't go past certain boundaries and becomes boring, such repetitive. It can't. It's because it's not actually capable of thought, right? Like, we treat it like it's artificial intelligence. It's thinking. It's using its brain. But I think H Bomber Guy put it best. It's essentially a more advanced version of, like, your phone predicting what word you'll want to use next and putting it up top of your keyboard so you can click on it. It's just a more advanced version of predictive text, essentially. AI can be capable of innovation. It depends on what and how intelligent the AI is. No, it isn't. People using AI are capable of innovation using AI, but AI itself is not capable of innovation. Because AI is only capable of iteration, not innovation. Doug does AI ethically. It's all his code, I think. His voice acting, his own creation. That's true. Doug Dog's good about it, too. And he talked about it in a clip not too long ago where he was like, I don't want all my videos to be AI-centric anyway. So he tries to strike a balance where he has AI, but then non-AI videos too. Doug does a really good job with it. And again, like, the thing that Doug is selling, the AI is not the final product. That's the main problem I have, is when people sell something that an AI created as a final product. When people make a Patreon for their AI art, you know, that's unethical. But Doug's videos are funny because of the funny ideas that he has and how he makes them work. You know, the AI is not the final product. So I think the way he does it is very ethical. Wait, what? Why did this? Okay, I'm going to get back on the highway and it'll reroute. It's fine. Individuals that utilize AI art to replace the human element are promoting outdated business practices using modern tools to screw the little guy to make a buck. Absolutely. 100% agree with that sentence. The only ethical way I've seen AI voices used so far is this fan stop motion animation of Scooby-Doo and FNAF crossover because they got actual voice actors later when they could afford it. That's great. I think that's great to hear. AI art can sometimes be hard to spot, but if you just look at a little harder, you can tell. It's so depressing that people think years of effort should be replaced by typing in a prompt. The thing that's scary to me is people accusing real artists of being AI art, because it is getting harder to tell the difference, and some people aren't good at telling the difference. You know, like I talked about it before, Frederick Knudsen made a 6-hour-long video about EVE Online, and there's a bunch of people in the comments accusing him of using an AI voice because the dude has a very flat way of speaking. But if you watch his other videos, you know that's just how he talks. He kind of sounds like an AI. But it sucks to see him getting accused of using AI when he isn't. It's just kind of the way that he talks. And sometimes you see a piece of art from an artist who has an art style that is similar to a lot of what the AI art you see it has, and people accuse it of being AI art, even though you can like very clearly like look at their other work and find that it is that, you know, created by them. AI art can sometimes be hard to stop, but if you just look a little hard, you can tell. I've already read that. Think of AI as a Sims game. I think that AI has an interesting future in the world of video games, especially procedurally generated video games, because like when I think of something like roguelikes, I can absolutely see AI being used to create an infinite procedural generation system, and that's a good use of that system, I think. Because you're not replacing anybody's work by doing that, you're just creating like a wider boundary for something that you would otherwise be doing. No one loses a job because they use AI to make a wider parameters for procedural generation. You know, it was already going to be procedurally generated anyways. You just made it bigger. My favorite thing involving AI art accidentally being good is Matt Rose trying to read the nonsense text that Dale spits out sometimes. I don't know anything about that, but that sounds great. AI art style being mistaken for AI is just proof that AI unlawfully uses the art as training data. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that statement. You are completely correct. People who are saying those things are probably just attention seekers or just jealous of their arts. They're trying to put them down voting. See, that's people always like to create loopholes like that to explain why these absurdities happen. Like I posted recently about how Starfield won the Steam Award for most innovative game, and a bunch of people were saying, "Oh, you know, people voted for it for a meme, right? You know, a bunch of people voted for a meme, right?" People aren't that organized. That's an easy explanation for the fact that people are fucking stupid and voted for something that just doesn't make sense. And I think that's what you're saying is kind of the same thing. It's nice to believe that those people are just attention seekers, but at least some of them have to be serious. If we are to believe that, some of them have to be serious. What gets me is people saying I have to use AI to make art because I wasn't born good at art. Like, dude, nobody was. That's, again, that comes back to like the conversation about empathy and about understanding creatives and the lack of understanding of creativity. Like, people love to believe in this idea of natural talent, that you can just be naturally talented at something. You can just be naturally good at something. That doesn't exist. Talent, you know, from my perspective, talent makes it easier to get good at something. Being talented at art means you have an easier time getting great at art, but talent itself only takes you so far. You still have to practice, you still have to get skilled, you still have to put work in. No one gets anything for free. No one becomes an amazing artist for free. No one is born an artist. That's not a thing. There are people who are born with a natural affinity for art and are therefore better able to advance in art. But there is no one who is born good at art. That's just not a thing. What about AI? What about using AI as like a rough translation and then the human cleans it up? It's dicey, right? Because On one hand, it makes the job easier for people that have to do it, but at the same time, if the job gets easier, then people get laid off. This happened to Duolingo recently. Duolingo laid off a chunk of their workforce because they're having AI translate thing and using humans to clean it up. So on one hand, like, I'm for it because it can make the job of translators easy. On the other, if their job is easier, then the company views that as an opportunity to make them do more work for less. And so they lay people off. It is great for duplicating main artist's work over a massive random landscape. There's also so much shitty copyright stuff and art being stolen for AI. That's the biggest problem that I think I have with it, is that a lot of these AI systems were trained without the consent of the people whose art it was fed. If a company internally wants to create an AI to help them expedite their workflow and consents to having the work of their artists fed into this AI to train it, that's one thing. But a bunch of Twitter users and Pixiv users having their art stolen to generate an AI that they didn't have a say in, so they can get, paid for doing nothing, that's really shitty. I don't think talent is real. It's more that people can start out with skills that help with certain hobbies, but it only goes so far. Yeah, well, exactly. That's more or less what I'm saying. I think I have a talent for video editing because something about video editing works with my brain. When it comes to video production as a whole, most people working in video don't like video editing. They don't like sitting at the computer and working on video editing. People want to become cameramen. People want to become actors. People want to become directors. There's not a ton of people out there who want to be editors. I wanted to be an editor because something about editing really worked with my brain. So I think to an extent, I do have a natural talent for editing. But it still took me fucking years to get to where I am now. It didn't just happen for free. This shit takes time. It's hard to do. I just happen to have an easier time learning it than some other people do. Because it works with, my mind, I guess. I'm now here. Raid was unsuccessful. Damn, that sucks. Did you listen to Moa Moa Drive? So here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to pull up Moa Moa by Drive on my computer. And I will put it in a separate tab, and when the stream is over, I will notice that I left it there, and I will listen to it. How about that? Does that work, Aaron? There we go. Bill, you missed it. We've been talking about AI for the past hour. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for liking. I appreciate that. If all art is made from AI, then AI would only have AI to get reference from, which would be Wow, It's Me. You're already starting to see that, actually. You're already starting to see that. You're already starting to see AI that is learning off of other AI and starting to cannibalize itself. And is starting to you've had AI systems that have learned to be good, and then it started to regress because they're learning off of other AI systems that aren't so good. And they're cannibalizing themselves and make themselves worse. I think talent is less good at the thing naturally and more interested enough in the thing to get good through struggle of learning a thing. Yeah, that's for sure too. I mean, there's a base level interest in doing it could be seen as a talent. Talking about me with editing again. The thing that set me apart when I was taking video classes in high school, the thing that made me a better editor than my peers, was that I was very interested in editing, and I would go out of my way to learn things that were not required for the class. I had a natural interest in it, so I got better at it. I didn't have a talent for it. Let the bots Darwinize themselves. One can only hope. Finally caught up to all of Don Zidane. What's your opinion on it? I love Don Zidane. I think Don Zidane's a great manga. It's super fun, super funny. It's very simple, straightforward, and engaging manga. I'm really looking forward to the anime. It's what you get. It's what you get, Bill, for raiding instead of watching Captain Max stream. You miss out on the AI talk. You took dance classes for the Copyright Boys clip? No, I didn't take dance classes. I used like an instructional video to learn all the moves, and I practiced it for like 2 or 3 weeks. I got you the checkpoint for the... I got you the checkpoint for your avoid touch gear, you cunt. I know I gotta join in one of those raids. I'm sorry, it's just not a like big focus for me right now. I always wonder where that dance came from. It's the Persona 4 Dancing All Night Specialist dance. I can. Well, I always pull up the original. The original video was just me doing the dance as a meme because at the time it was kind of a meme.
I spent weeks learning that dance. Situations that you are in. Oh wow!
They got turned into the Copyright Boys later down their lifeline. But it was originally I learned the entire dance for just this stupid meme. Ever notice how different your hair looks now? Yeah, I do my hair very differently these days. I've learned that dance, it goes hard. Well, you're in luck. You can learn.
I spent weeks learning that dance. Please subscribe. Persona 5 is a game that is very much based on two sides of the same world. One very normal and one that is very...
I forget his name, but JL Wavick. He made this like an hour-long video of how to do the dance. This is what I learned off of. And he saw the video and really liked my dance, which was cool. So he's a cool dude. He's really nice.
I'm going to teach you the choreography to specialists from slow, okay? So basically you're gonna
he does it. He's a really good teacher. He like shows you all the individual moves and then how to tie them all together.
It's kind of cool.
So if you ever want to learn it, it's right there. My mom loves Persona 5. She's so interesting. I've played a good amount of Persona 5. I haven't finished it. You guys have the same choice of clothes, do? I guess we do. I don't care how many cursed generated memes we miss. I hope AI art dies and never comes back. It's not going to die. AI art is a Pandora's box that we've unlocked. And all we can do now is work towards using it ethically and ensuring that people don't get screwed over by it. We're at the early stages now. This is the time to put regulations in place and rules in place to stop people from getting taken advantage of as a result of AI. This is the time to be doing it. There's a niche anger I have, but the state of poetry right now is this surface level, super short stanza chokehold, and it's awful. All the poetry I see blow up is so bad it makes me upset. Interesting. I wouldn't know anything about that. If I had less fear of doxing and more legit dance powers, I would make my own Copyright Boys thing, but using the torture dance from Golden Wind. That'd be a good way. That'd be a good one to use. Oh shit. Speed limit went way down. Damn, I only have 4 hours left on this drive. Wasn't this like a 20-hour drive when I started? How many hours? I had like 30 hours left. I have 25 hours left on this drive. People used to say NFTs would never die too. I mean, the difference is that NFTs were tied to currency and had no real use outside of it. That's the difference. NFTs never had a use outside of making people money. So as soon as it stopped making people money, can you just go ahead of me or let me in, please? You guys can't see. Oh, you can't see the car. Never mind. What is your fucking deal, bro? Go! I need to merge. Fuck's sake. AI can be used for a lot of things, like Bill's saying now. AI can be used for a lot of things. NFTs never had a purpose outside of making money. So as soon as they stopped making money, they died. AI can be used for a lot that ultimately makes money, but has a lot of uses. Was up until 3 watching a Vinland Saga video and Berserk videos, and I put the analysis and editing on par with Almighty Lolly. I don't know who Almighty Lolly is, but I appreciate that. I'm really glad you like him. Thank you so much. I work really hard to make them as good as I can. Always wanted to learn a backside of the TV since that dance goes so hard. I have no idea what you're talking about. At long last, created the Torment Nexus based on the award-winning sci-fi novel Don't Create the Torment Nexus. Yeah. Aren't there already Instagram influencers made from AI that can generate a lot of money? Can see that dying anytime soon? Didn't Amaranth just announce something? I saw Charlie Moist Critical posted a video about it, but I didn't watch it, so I'm not super knowledgeable about it, but I read the tweet that was in the thumbnail. Amaranth made an Amaranth AI chatbot that can generate Amaranth AI porn. Amaranth is out here trying to outsource her own job. That's crazy to me. I'm gonna start AI producing my own videos. I'm gonna get a voice. So I'm gonna get someone to do my voice for me. Get an AI to do my voice for me. Get an AI to write my videos. The age of Captain Make AI videos is coming, bros. I hope AI companies don't blow up, but it kind of looks like it. They're getting to be super lonely crowd, which is swimming with cash. I mean, you're already seeing AI, being knowledgeable about using AI is becoming a very valuable skill and a very sought after skill. It's a real thing. It's a real thing, unfortunately. But again, we're not saying that AI is inherently a bad thing. AI can be a very good tool that can be used ethically. AI isn't in and of itself bad, but it's on us as the early adopters of this technology to use it ethically, and it's not being used ethically. So that's the unfortunate part. Never watched your stuff. I can't say I do either, brother. Do you remember that time a humanities museum had to open an OnlyFans to display actual historical art from actual historical times? I do not remember that. You know what AI can't do? Dig up fossils. True, can't have AI archaeologists, my brother. I'm leaning on the idea that there's going to be so much oversaturation in the STEM field that they'll need more English majors. Me? I wish you good luck. But my job, for example, my job, I work as a purchaser. I buy things. That's what I do for a living. I buy things from vendors for distribution. And my job felt to me for a long time like a job that is incapable of being replaced by technology because there's so much nuance to it. Knowing when to order, knowing how much to order, being aware of trends. But I can absolutely now I can absolutely see an AI that is trained to purchase. That is absolutely something that I can see happening. I know that my company in particular would never adopt such a thing. But I can absolutely see some companies doing it. I pressed on the gas instead of the brakes. Happens sometimes. Happens to the best of us. You guys get it. Open OnlyFans story, but only sell fans. Fuck shit. Sorry about the cones, bros. I think a rule should be to disclaim whether something is made with AI, kind of like countries have to disclaim that Photoshop has been used for advertising pictures. Steam implemented that you have to disclose if there's AI involved in any part of the game's production. I just saw there was a news article posted about that. Steam is requiring disclosure about that. My question is, how obvious will that disclosure be? Because I want it at the top of the page. I want it like the top of the fucking page. I don't want it buried in like the tech requirements or something like that. I want it very obvious, and I want to know the extent that the AI was used. Didn't Disney get accused of using AI to write the script for Wish? I mean, I don't know if we have any proof of that beyond that it's a very generic Disney movie. But I don't know. I'm not connected to that situation. My dream is to be a humble dishwasher, like a librarian. I don't want a big job. I think we all just want to live comfortably. I don't think there's a lot of us that want like a super important, super big job. It's just that super important, super big jobs tend to like make the most money, and considering wealth, it's constantly getting funneled up to the 1%. Lower income jobs are continually becoming, even medium income jobs are becoming less and less viable as a living. I agree with the AI use tag, but it will be impossible to determine it, or it will be so ubiquitous people will ignore it. I think the can cause cancer tag from California started slapping on shit. You got a point there. That could definitely be an issue. Thoughts on British people? Fucking disgusting. Worse than AI. Can we train an AI to eliminate England? Is that possible? Can we do that? Someone get on that. Someone start writing that. I think we'd all be better off if we just like created an AI that could erase Britain from the gene pool. Is that possible? Can we do that? Someone get on that. You can make a lot of money doing that. I am driving the truck. I got a trucking wheel and everything. Are you trucking? I'm trucking out here. No, I actually trained an AI to drive the truck for me. I've just been sitting here jerking off the whole time. I had never cared about what I did for a job as long as I could ethically meet my living standards. Yeah. I wouldn't say I have my dream job. I like the job that I do. But what is more important to me is that it's a job that allows me to afford living. If you want to level up the copyright boys, the song Dance and Persona 4 Dancing All Night is just specialist but better. Well, I'll keep that in mind. The thing is, I'm limited to dances that have some kind of instructional video because I myself have no skills as a dancer, so it would be very hard for me to like watch a dance and replicate it. I need someone to tell me how to do it. HP deserves to go out of business and go penniless. They don't deserve shit for their shitty-ass products. Smiling Ghost, are you like on an HP laptop or dealing with an HP printer right now? That feels like it came very out of nowhere. Is everything okay? I'm using AI to write this sentence or not, who knows? I don't know. I feel like probably not, but... I wonder how self-driving cars will act ethically. If it would rather drive over 200, if it would rather drive over two 80 years old and a pregnant woman logically, to pick the single person. I'm so full of vitriol, bro. I hate my laptop so much. I'm sorry to hear that. So this is something this is an interesting discussion to have, right? So. The use of self-driving vehicles is a hot button topic in the world of trucking right now. Because truckers already kind of get screwed over with the industry. Truckers get paid pretty well compared to a lot of industries, but when you compare it to the work they're doing, the amount of hours that they have to work, the amount of work that they have to do, truckers get screwed over a lot. You know, truckers are one of the only industries where it is legally okay for them to work more than full time. And that's just the norm. You know, and I think that there is a place for self-driving vehicles, but only if it means that truckers don't have to work as hard without losing their livelihoods. You know, if truckers get to work 40 hours a week while getting paid the exact same amount of money because of self-driving vehicles, I'm 100% for it. If we can use technology like this to give people better livelihoods, then I'm for it. But that's not realistic. The reality is that if self-driving trucks are made road legal and are made to do the job that a real trucker does, truckers are just going to lose their jobs and lose their livelihoods. That's just reality. Because greedy corpo fucks will do whatever they can to make as much money for themselves as they can while screwing over the little guy. That's just reality. If we can use automation and AI to give ourselves more lax and comfortable livelihoods, then I'm 100% for it. But that's not reality at all. Truckers get paid well, but they never get to see their kids and stuff. They're always driving. Yeah. There's some others, train operators, but point taken. Yeah. It's one of the, it's like the biggest industry where their livelihoods just kind of suck. I have in my hands a kid's book on creative writing and how to do it, and then it's just Diary of a Wimpy Kid as an example. Really? Oh boy. That's something. I've been driving way below the speed limit for a while now. How do we know you're not virtually controlling a truck now? Maybe you're secretly a virtual trucker. This is just a camera set up in a real truck. I'm just working my 9 to 5 right now, guys. Trucking causes death. It's true, since every person who's ever driven a truck will die. That's true. That's definitely true. This brain dead stupid piece of worthless shit is nothing but a bag of piss that freezes and lags. Every small thing you do, it restarts without warning, crashes a lot, and gives me a migraine. Fuck HP. I'm sorry to hear that, Smiling Ghost. Can't imagine driving for that long. My legs hurt after like 40 minutes of driving. I've only been driving for like 44 months, so maybe I'm just not used to it. There is a degree of like tolerance to it, but I mean, it sucks. It does. Not really, Bork Laser. We're just talking about trucking. But like, this is the thing that's hard to talk about, right? This is you know, as soon as you bring this up, you get called a socialist and a communist and whatever. But like, genuinely, like, we have the technology to make it possible for people to work less than 40 hours a week. We have the technology to pay people more for working less. And I think we should be doing that. We have innovated ourselves the opportunity to not work all the time. But what actually happens is that the more we automate and the more we innovate, the more people at the top make money while screwing over the little guy. Because as soon as you try to suggest, like, hey, all this factory work got automated, maybe every factory worker should work 20 hours a week for the same pay, you get called a socialist and communist, and you say that you're trying to destroy capitalism. But that's just not true. I'm just observing reality. I'm just observing what we've created. We've created the possibility for people to work less for more, and we just don't give them that chance. The book is divided into sections of lessons, and one lesson is on different genres of stories, and the diary genre lists Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Amelia's Notebook as examples of that genre. I mean, it is creative writing, whether it's good or not. I don't really remember if Diary of a Wimpy Kid is good or not, but it's interesting. I bet we will see the 36-hour work week within our lifetimes in the U.S. at least. I recently took on an alternative schedule. I'm not on a 4-day work week just yet, but I am now working. I get every other Monday off. Every other week, I work a 4-day work week. And a lot of people where I work are starting to take on alternative work schedules. And again, that's not a bad thing. That's we again have the power, have the opportunity, have the technology to make that possible for people to have the same livelihoods but work less. And that shouldn't be seen as a bad thing. That's a beautiful thing. It's the ultimate indication of how much our human society has evolved, that we have the possibility to not work our lives away and still live comfortably. But these old fuckers in power don't want to do it because communism. To me, on a societal level, that people have to work less. Would love to see that, yet I don't see it happening anytime soon. Well, that's the thing. I'm agreeing with you. I don't see it happening anytime soon. But 4-day work weeks are becoming more popular. It's just, we need to have a more humanitarian approach to how we view work. We don't need to work all day, every day to survive anymore. We've innovated and evolved enough to make it possible for people to work less for more. We just have to give them the opportunity to do so. It's not like people don't want to work. That's always a stupid argument. It's not like I'm saying this because I don't want to work. I would be bored if I didn't work. I work too much. I work a full-time job on top of trying to make YouTube videos, and I invest more than a part-time job's worth of time into that. It's not that I don't want to work. It's that I want a better livelihood. God damn, that was a smooth parking job. Did y'all see that? That was just in one go. Fuck yeah. So, that's what I'm talking about. A cool $56,000. Now I'm getting paid what I'm worth. Bastards. Working in a restaurant in Japan, there's a guy working with me who works 10 hours a day, almost every day. He has like 5 days off max a month. He's like 50 years old. Insane. Yeah, Japan has a real problem with work-life balance culture. It's rough. I worked 20 to 84 hours a week, 20 hours a week, long-term, 84 hours a week, about a month. It just depends on the benefits and how physical or labor-intensive it is. That's definitely true. I mean, no job is created equal, for sure. If we as a society think that CEOs and other rich people work hard for their money, we understand that having your needs met does not mean you're no longer productive. That is a great point, Bill. What the hell? And so eloquently put. Good job. You're so right. I have to piss. I'll be right back. And then I think we can get some water too. I also got a piece of dark chocolate. Hey, K.A., welcome to the stream. This is American Truck Simulator. All right. Show me a map. I need to find somewhere to sleep and get gas. That's nice and close by. Appreciate you. Hibiscus, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. You know, something else that I remembered while I was peeing related to this whole like hours worked thing. Welcome back, Ziva. Glad to see you here. By the way, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, I'd really appreciate it if you did. When I was doing research, I did some research a few months back because I was gonna like argue my case for why we could do 4-day work weeks where I work, which did ultimately end up bearing fruit, even though we didn't go full 4-day work week. There was a study that I read about where you can find data that shows that over the decades as we started to industrialize, the average work hours kept going down from like 80 hours a week to 70 to 60 to 50 to 40. And then sometime in FDR's presidency, which would have been like 1930s, I think? No, 1920s. Late 1920s, I think. They put a law in place that like 40 hours was the standard work week, and it hasn't gone down since. Even though we've, again, continually revolutionized, continually automated, continually become more efficient, work hours stopped decreasing. There's like a track record of hours decreasing as we made better technology for decades. And then it just stopped at one point. It's been the same way for 100 years. That's gotta be the ultimate indication that we shouldn't still be working 40 hours a week. I feel. It's not necessarily like 100% proof, like, well, this happened, therefore, but there's so much evidence to suggest that we could be working less hours per week, and that's just like more onto the fire. It's possible for us to not work 40 hours a week. We just don't do it. Because that wouldn't make the big guy as much money. Honk if you're gaming, but also honk if you think that the phrase cost of living is fucking disgusting. Yeah, that's real. Wouldn't even mind 40-hour work weeks, but nothing is affordable anymore. Boomers could buy a house on a whim, and people are working weekends just to survive in a first world nation of all. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. I don't mind the amount of hours that I work. I don't really care that much. I like I said, I enjoy my job, but it'd be nice if I felt like buying a house was even a possibility. It'd be nice if affording a good apartment was within the realm of possibility. My apartment fucking sucks. I talked about it before. I hate it, but I pay so much money for it. I'm at a point. I'm making more money in right now in my life than I have ever before. The job that I got into last year was such a huge pay increase for me. Yet I am more uncertain about my housing situation than I was when I first moved out of my parents' house, when I was working part-time for $12 an hour. How is that possible? I'm making tens of thousands of dollars more than I was when I first moved out of my parents' house, yet I'm less certain in my ability to survive than I was then. You're watching anything Gundam? I just got into it and I really like it. Yeah, I've watched Gundam Witch from Mercury, Iron-Blooded Orphans, the original one from 1979, and I'm partway through Zeta Gundam. I'm more of a Gundam builder than I am a Gundam watcher. I love building the kits. I have a ton of them back there, but I don't watch a ton of Gundam. What's your day job? If you don't mind, if you're comfortable sharing, I'm a purchaser. I buy stuff for a distributor. I don't want to hear that our generation is lazy when costs are at an all-time high. The rent is too damn high. It's a straw man argument. It doesn't make sense to people to call us lazy when so many people of our generation have to work 2 jobs. It's nonsense. It's not that we don't want to work. It's that we don't want to work so fucking hard. Anything that's going to take us toward Idaho. Someone wanted me to go towards Idaho, and I've just been working towards that for no real reason. That gets us to Idaho. Let's take electronic components to Idaho. Witch from Mercury is really good. I really enjoyed it. Witch from Mercury is a good one. I'm sure you'll like it. Oh, you started with it. Okay, so I'm assuming you finished it then. Yeah, Witch from Mercury is really great. I love Suletta. She's a well-written, anxious character. Never watched Gundam, but I'm an avid Sergeant Frog fan. Does that count? Yeah, that's more or less the same thing. And he was actually in the work. Oh, wait. No, it's shipped. It's not. It hasn't been delivered yet. I have some premium Bandais that got shipped recently, including a Lifrith variation from Witch from Mercury. It's also the fact that people are able to set boundaries in comparison to past generations where societal standards were treated like gospel. Yeah, it just, people need to not have such like a knee-jerk reaction to questioning the status quo. It's important for us to challenge the norms so that we can make things better for ourselves. We make things better for everybody except for the people who take advantage of the current state of things. Better share when they come, nerd. I'll share. I guess I could. I got one premium Bandai, but it's not actually a Gundam kit. It's a 30-minute missions kit. It's pretty cool. Let me see if I can pull it up. I can't remember the name super well, but. This one. Okay, yeah, I found it. This one just got delivered. 30-minute missions. Spinadio. It's pretty sick looking. These ones, the 30-minute missions ones, I have never built a 30-minute missions kit before, but they're Bandai, so I know they're good. But I picked up this one because I fucking love like the samurai design. It's really sick. And I like the 30-minute missions stuff because it betrays a lot of like the more traditional Gundam design philosophies. They're very different from the Gundam stuff. Am I signed in? No, I'm not. Let me sign in and I can pull up my orders and show you the other stuff I ordered. Perfect. All right, so you don't get confused as to why I'm doing this. I'm gonna open these in a incognito window because my first name is shown on the order details. So, this is one I got. It's a Lifrith GU, which is a variation on Lifrith from Witch from Mercury, and it's pretty fucking sick. It's got this giant arm, which I'm digging. It's like if you made a Gundam a cyborg, which I'm always for. It's pretty sick. It's got like variation colors. It's very cool. So I'm excited for that one to get delivered. And then the last one I got was a Phantom Gundam. Giving me gender envy right now. For what? And I picked up this one, the Phantom Gundam. There was this one, the Phantom Gundam, and there was a Ghost Gundam. And the funny thing was the Ghost Gundam is like the same design but different colors, and it was like $80, whereas this one was $30. So I picked up the Phantom Gundam instead because I like the pink. I like the pink and green anyway. The Ghost Gundam was like white and purple, I think. But this one's pretty sick too. So hair, face, voice. I'll take that as a compliment, I suppose. That's so sweet. I'm sorry I'm giving you gender envy, though. Every generation did this, but between the free love, anti-war, and civil rights, we forgot how change happens. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous that that generations that were important parts of change could then come around and be like, I don't want change. Change bad. Tradition good. Saying the quiet part out loud here, but remember how in Bug's Life the ants all unionized against Kevin Spacey? And yeah, I haven't seen Bug's Life, so I don't know what you're referring to. Did Bug's Life predict Kevin Spacey's drama? Question the status quo and develop the world with the changes you want to see. Yeah, that's why I'm so outspoken. Like, people call me a liberal cuck because I'm outspoken about the things that I want. Whatever, man. I don't care. Call me what you want. Better than shutting up and accepting a system that I'm not happy with. You voiced the CEO? Well, again, I haven't seen Bug's Life, so that doesn't mean anything to me. I will admit I want to build models because Caracrow makes it look like a fun thing. Building models is really fun. It's a hobby that I really enjoy doing. Fuck, I was supposed to get off that exit. No, it's not too late. It's not too late, guys. Don't worry. It is not too late. It's totally cool. How many times am I gonna miss an exit today? This fucking GPS is so hard to read, man. We call you liberal cuck because you slandered Icelandic people. I started with it from Mercury because it was its own continuity and doesn't require any prior knowledge of the license. Also because I saw a lot of cute fan art of Suleta and Mjolnir. That's why I started with Iron Blooded Orphans, because Iron Blooded Orphans is also in its own universe. And Iron Blooded Orphans is also really good if you haven't watched that one yet. Speaking of AI, there was a reply on a comment that I replied to on my video accusing the commenter of the comment of being AI generated. Will you get your fucking car out of the way? Check out the games channel if you want to see my love for Dancing All Night. I'll check it out later. Yeah, building models is a lot of fun. I started building models like right before I moved into my parents' house. And I had a lot more time and a lot more money for it back then, so I built like a ton of models in a really short period of time. Nowadays, I feel like I never have time for building, and it kind of sucks. Where the fuck? Was I supposed to turn back there? Hang on. No, don't worry, guys. We got another illegal U-turn coming out. It's fine. Oh, I forgot that I was picking up a load. I thought I already had a load on me. If I'd known that I was picking up a load, I would have known to turn there, but I was confused because I didn't think I was going on a parking lot. Can we just get a less generic AI TikTok voice? This TikTok made me shit my pants. I'm really tired of that voice. It really drives me crazy. So, back to what I was saying, I got really into Gundam right before I moved to my parents' house, and then when I moved, nowadays I don't have as much time for building as I would like. I really don't get to do it that much. But it is a very fun hobby. What's an anime that you would recommend specifically as the more you know, the better, as opposed to going in blind with no spoilers? I don't think I have a series like that because I'm extremely anti-spoiler. I'm kind of with Aaron on that. I think that discovering things and being surprised by stuff is a lot of the fun of reading, so I hate getting spoiled on even really little stuff. I have this friend who's like really bad about spoiler stuff, and like, cause like different people have different definitions of spoilers, right? Like you may think of a spoiler as like only like major story stuff, but like when it comes to a video game, for example, I don't even want to know like weapons that exist in the game. I don't even want to know about mechanics. I want to like discover them and play them for myself, right? So I have this one friend who's like kind of bad about spoilers. Like he understands that I don't want story spoilers, but he'll like hint at like the game mechanics and things that are coming up and stuff like that. It drives me crazy. So he started playing Elden Ring before I did, back when it came out. And so I told him, like, I swear, if you tell me literally anything about the game, I'm gonna be so pissed. I was like, I don't want to know about any bosses. I don't want to know about any weapons. I don't want to know about any spells. I don't want to know anything. You know what really annoys me about TikTok? Just because we were talking about TikTok in the chat. I'm tired of this like trend of like putting music over literally every video. It's like you'll just have a video that's like something cool happening, and you'll have to have some obnoxious music over it. It's like, how about we just let the normal audio play, please, for the love of God? I leave so many videos that I watch, like posted to Reddit, muted because I know there's just gonna be some obnoxious music put over it. I stopped watching gameplay videos following release trailers for this very reason. Yeah, I do the same thing. I'll usually watch like the first trailer of a game, and if the first trailer of a game interests me, I will not watch any more trailers. No gameplay trailers, nothing. I'll just buy the game and play it. The random TikToker pointing at the video and nodding in agreement is so ripping, though. That's another really annoying trend, is like the TikTok reactions where the guy is literally just like in the corner saying absolutely nothing and doing absolutely nothing. What is wrong with reaction content, man? Reaction content is the worst. I was trying to avoid spoilers for new Pokemon games, so I want to discover the new Pokemon on my own. Yeah, and there's like a thing with like Magic, for example. When a new Magic set comes out, people will like look at the leaked cards and like start building decks and stuff like that. And like that's I get it to an extent. I get it, but like for me, when I crack into a booster pack of Magic cards, I want to be surprised about what I get out of it. I don't want to know what's in there going in. I don't want to know what's possible for me to get in there going in. I have not seen Samurai Champloo. I know I need to, but I have not watched it yet. What's worse, reaction content or AI? Man, you're talking about the lesser of two evils here. I didn't crack packs. I only ever bought singles for my myriads. Like, well, since I'm more of a collector, I really enjoy booster packs. I really enjoy like getting excited about a really good card that I found in there. Genuinely, like the main reason that I collected Magic cards is because I really like opening booster packs. That's like really fun to me. I wouldn't care about collecting cards for the cards themselves as much if I didn't have so much fun opening packs. Reaction content is not made equal, and there are plenty of like reaction contents that are good. You know, generally content that like does something to support the work that they're watching, like make sure that people that like are watching their reaction know about the content, know where to find it, and encourage them to go watch it. And also, they have to add something to it, something valuable to the content beyond just fucking watching it. Booster opening stream. I did them before. I did them back in the day. I've done Magic opening streams before, but I don't think they were that good because I'm not like a super knowledgeable guy. I just know like when I find a good card, but I can't be like, oh man, this would be great for this strategy or whatever. And like, I don't know the cards that well. So like, I feel like my card opening streams are kind of meh. I feel like to do card opening streams or videos, you need to be very knowledgeable about what you're opening, and I'm not. I actively do not become knowledgeable about what I'm looking at because I just enjoy the experience of opening stuff. If you can complement and add to their content with a close-knit audience, you can enhance the experience. Whoa, not looking at the road. Reaction channels have gone downhill. It's not really a gone downhill situation though. This has been a thing all the time. You know, those of us that remember the Jinx controversy back in the day when people were calling him out. It's the same thing. And I said this before, it happens every few years. Every like 3 or 4 years, there's some huge drama surrounding a reaction channel that is not doing it right or doing it really scummily. And then like reaction channels get better for a little bit and then they go back down to where they were. Or they, because the problem that's going on right now is that they aren't ashamed of what they're doing. You know, people like XQC are just like super shamelessly like, yeah, I add nothing and I make a bunch of money doing it. What are you gonna do about it? There used to at least be shame. They used to feel like they used to like try to hide how nothing they added or try to pretend that they added something. Now they don't. Now they're just unabashed about it. But you know, this will happen again. It's happened before, it'll happen again. There'll be more drama surrounding reaction content. It's always been a thing on the internet and it always will be. I like reaction content when it's like reaction match with people reacting to an anime or some big game reveal, DMC5 reveal. Reaction match was one of my favorite vids. That's different, I feel like a trailer reaction. But like again, like when someone does like a trailer reaction, they're adding something to it with like their reaction, like their excitement, what they think about it. That's something they're adding to that experience. When you have XQC watching a video and partway through the video he just gets up, goes to the bathroom, leaves the video running as stream content, that is not adding anything. There's no value in that. Ooh, my throat is parched. Oh my god, turn, why are you going so slow? So you mean you don't value ad when I'm on stream and I have to entertain the masses with you while you release your tiny bladder? Yes, you do. Reaction YouTuber I enjoy is Danny Mota. He insists on never keeping any dead air if he doesn't react. It's not on the video. Yeah, I have occasionally done like, watched a video on stream, and when I do, I'm always like super conscious and trying to make sure that I'm like adding something to the experience. And even then, I usually don't watch the full video. I'll usually watch like part of it and be like, okay, I'll watch the rest later, because I don't want to watch the whole thing on stream. I'd rather encourage people to go watch it for themselves. Remember this one guy who had a reaction chat for One Piece episodes? I swear his Marineford arc reactions were like movies. Never seen someone that excited. Can't seem to find his channel. Interesting. I think, you know, there's what you have to draw the line on when it comes to reaction content is like, are you watching for the reaction? Fuck me, I couldn't make this turn. I think the rain's making the road a big slick. The line you have to draw with reaction content is like, are you watching for the reaction or are you watching for the content? Right? So if you're watching a One Piece reaction, are you watching to watch the episode, or are you watching as a One Piece fan watching to see the reaction of the reactor? And generally, whether or not you're watching for the content or the reaction comes down to the reactor. If they aren't a good reactor, you're not watching for them. Which again is why people like XQC and Hassan get so much shit, because they aren't adding anything where they just walk away and go to the bathroom. They're letting the content to be their content. They're just stealing content at that point. I've had people react to my content. I've had a couple videos made about my videos. And the ones that I've seen have generally been pretty good about, like, if they agree with something I'm saying, they pause and they talk about it. Or if they disagree with something I'm saying, they pause and they talk about it. Like, they are adding something to that experience, so I don't mind. I don't care at all. Much Critical does good reaction content, I think. I actually don't like his reaction content. But, to be fair, I'm not a big fan of Critical's content in general, so there's maybe that's part of the problem, but I don't generally feel like he has much to add in terms of insight or interesting things to say. I think Charlie's a good dude. His content's just not for me. Some big reveal happened and he had a door fall on him twice. How the hell does that happen? There are reaction channels that do nothing and say one reaction thing, reaction channels that go over the topic for the sake of being quirky, and there's genuine good reactors who are actually excited. Fuck's sake, man. I can't turn. This rain is killing me. This truck is just not turning, boys, for fuck's sake. Drunk on probiotic soda, baby. Depends on if I'm watching a video to something if I'm watching a video to someone react to something new or old to me. If I've already seen it, focus on the reaction. If it's new to me, the content itself. See, if I start to watch a reaction video that is about a content that I have not seen, I pause it and go watch the original thing first. This happened with Pyro Cynical. His Pyro live channel. He did like a reaction video to a Bub Games video, and I never heard of Bub Games or watched one of his videos, but I was interested in what he was talking about. So I stopped watching Pyro's video and went and watched Bub Games. And then I came back for the reaction later, and then I stopped watching because Pyro wasn't saying much. What's a dumb fact that you know only because of anime that you otherwise wouldn't have known or cared about? Golden Kamui is a very educational series. Golden Kamui spends a lot of time talking about random fun facts or pieces of historical information that might be interesting. And there's a chapter in it where there's a character who talks a lot about leather tannins. About the different tannins you can use for leather. There's chrome, there's vegetable extracts, and you know, chrome is more popularly used because it makes the leather feel nice, but it's not good for long term. But vegetable extract tannins don't feel as nice at first, but make the leather last longer in the long term and allow the leather to kind of contour to the user, right? And a few months ago, I needed to replace my wallet, and I went to a local leather shop, and they told me that their leather was vegetable tanned, or used vegetable tannins, and I was like, oh, cool. Now I know it's quality stuff, and I bought a wallet. And it's a great wallet that I love. So thanks to Golden Kamui, I know a lot more about leather tannins than I should. And I got a nice wallet. Drinking and driving, or is it a lame-o, no fun type night? I mean, I don't drink at all, Stu Bones, but I'd like to think we're having some fun. I'm drinking water. Does that count? Some things I can just watch anytime I want, but instead of watching it by myself, I wait for my favorite reactors to upload because they make it more entertaining and less lonely. I think that ethically you should maybe just put on the original work in the background and mute it so the person gets the view and watch time. Just my take on it. Hey Summer, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Sorry I burped, but also not sorry at all. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on the way in. I appreciate that. How are you tonight? Shimonetta taught me how to make lube. Sounds lit. Where the hell am I? All right, we're 3 hours out, so we gotta be getting close to Idaho here. I learned why the sky gets redder at sunrise at sunset because of a Kingdom Hearts cutscene, and I'm sure it had an appropriate amount of poetic wording that ultimately means nothing, right? I shouldn't shit talk Kingdom Hearts. I don't really know anything about it. Shouldn't shit talk stuff I don't know much about. It actually did. That's my take about Kingdom Hearts writing, just from the very little I've seen of it. They use a lot of words to say next to nothing. I know a lot more about Warfare due to the Kingdom manga. I also know how to make Cheetah Top. Yeah! Yeah, God, there's so much strategic information in Kingdom. It's crazy. You guys started a lifelong obsession with ancient Egypt, and I'm still on that bender? Hell yeah. That's lit. Love me some ancient Egypt. That ancient Egyptian god of Pharaoh really said, hey yo, I'm about to take over this child's body. We're talking about things we learned from media. Yeah, Gwendolyn asked if there's like a random fun fact that you only know of because of like an anime that you watched. Why are you going so slow? I will run into you. It wasn't me. Oh, I'm sorry, Gwen. Sorry, it was Ash. My bad. Like we talked about earlier, it's hard for me to keep track of who said what throughout these streams because there's just a lot. Honestly, it's probably a good thing that there are a bunch of trucks in front of me right now because them slowing down for turns is probably stopping me from like sliding off of a mountain right now because I was not handling the turns earlier that well. What am I hauling anyway? Technology or something? What the fuck is this job for? Electronic components. See, electronic components are the perfect thing to run into the side of the road with. That's great. Seeing highways always reminds me of random deer jumping in front of cars. I mean, this ain't a highway. This is like a mountain road. And have another truck concentration with you driving like that. So what? We get another crappy isekai out of it. Thanks to JoJo, I learned so much useless info thanks to Rocky's hyperfixation of the week. He do be doing that, don't he? Why do they call it fucking Venice? That dude made a whole chapter of part 8 to talk about how he liked beetle fighting. Is anybody reading JoJo Part 9? I read the first few chapters, but I haven't kept up with it. I wasn't super into Part 8, so I'm like not super interested in Part 9, but like I do intend to read it. I've learned that there's two types of CZ manufactured handguns. One that was mass-produced in America and much better Czech version that is basically non-existent. Oh. Demon Slayer taught me how to not write a protagonist. It's okay so far. All right, people are kind of mild on it right now. I think it'll be hard for Rocky to write a part that I like more than Part 7, because I really liked Part 7. I'm gonna read Part 9. I'm pretty much caught up on Part 8, but that was like over a year ago, and when Part 8 ended. Yeah. Mack will always be known as the Slayer who slayed Demon Slayer. Start your countdown, folks. We have 50,000 views to go before that video hits 1 million views. How much longer do we have until Demon Slayer hits 1 million views and becomes my first 1 million view video? I can't fucking believe that I'm even like anticipating that a video could hit 1 million views. I didn't ever expect to make a 1 million view video. That's wild to me. What is Blacksmith Cats? I'm going to start a Home Depot drywall collection where I get to cover every Home Depot and take a sample of their wall. It's fucked up. Welcome back from Fortnite, Random. How you doing? Did you win? I don't know much about Fortnite. I still to this day have not played Fortnite. You think Gotoge saw the video? Probably not. I really doubt it. Where is the way station? Oh, it's all the way up there. Goddamn. Won like 5 or 6 games in a creative mode. What? How do you win in creative mode? Don't you just build things? I'm confused. Gunsmith Cats. Did I misread it or did someone mistype it? Either way, I don't know what that is. Ah, fuck's sake, it's on the other side of the goddamn road. How the fuck? I feel like I'm going into this way station backwards. Yeah, I know how it works. Everyone else is facing the other direction. I feel like I'm entering this place backwards. I am. I'm totally... The arrow's facing this way. I entered the way station the wrong way. Why did they make me stop at this one? This is very pretty with like the sunrise and like the light coming over the mountain and all the trees. That's gorgeous. That's real nice. Can we get some Pog Champs in the chat for that gorgeous view? God damn. Ain't that nice? Creative, you can basically make like whatever you want, and I was playing Zone Wars where the zone comes in and you're supposed to be the last one standing and you can build. Okay, I see. It's hard to think about straight facts I learned from manga. I remember moral lessons way easier. I mean, that's what the story's supposed to do, right? Like, it's supposed to impart some kind of message to you, right? But I get what you're saying. I think that's a big thing that I learned from One Piece is, you know, reading One Piece is what inspired me to chase what I wanted uncompromisingly instead of settling for less. Sogui in the House of Fata Morgana taught me what peak fiction looks like. I've heard good things about 20th Century Book, but I don't know anything about it myself. I used to play War Thunder. It was fun at first, but 1 week after trying it, I got bored. War Thunder taught me how to leak classified government documents. Kingdom Hearts also taught me how not to title stuff, like what the fuck is Birth by Sleep. On one hand, there is a lot of goofy nonsense in like Japanese naming conventions, but on the other, I prefer it to like the very generic titling that we have going on in the West, where everything is like a single word and it's usually super generic. I made fun of a couple years ago, like a movie that came out that was just called Plane. That was the entire title of the movie. It was just called Plane. And it was like a super generic action movie that got like a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. And like as soon as you saw that title, you were like, this movie sucks. You could just tell. There was no creativity in the creation of this movie. Except for those anime that strive like half the plot. But like again, like at least that's funny and memorable. It's better than calling your anime plain. Can you more tell me that popsicle Sora was eating was taught me the popsicle Sora was eating was salt water? That sounds unpleasant. You'll get a little puckered lips as you suck on a salt water, baby. That's good stuff. I was isekai'd into a world of wonders and still didn't escape my taxes, and now my dog is the demon lord. See, that's funny. Like I'd watch that just to be like, yeah, fuck it. That's a funny title. Let's get it. What is Kingdom Hearts 358 divided by 2 days? What does it mean? Yeah, no, it's bad. I read somewhere, and I don't know how true this is, but I read somewhere that like the ridiculous titling thing in Japan is because the market is so oversaturated that rather than risking that someone in a bookstore won't turn it over to read the summary, they just put the summary as the title. That makes sense to me. That's a logical reason for that. Is it a good reason for that? Not really, but it's logical. What doesn't make sense to me is how is a Kingdom Hearts spin-off canon to the main game? Everything is canon if you try hard enough. A favorite example of that is the Lord Slug movie from Dragon Ball. What about it? The title? The title in Japan is something like the arrival of Super Saiyan Son Goku way before that actually happened in the manga. Oh, clever. Gotta get them with like the Super Saiyan, bro. What's your favorite One Piece movie if you've seen any? I do like Film Red a lot. I don't think it beats Strong World. Strong World is still my favorite. Strong World's really special to me. I really like Strong World a lot. Title sequence for a Strong World is just chef's kiss. But a lot of the ones that Oda has been involved in have been really good. Pretty much all of them that Oda is not involved in are terrible. There's the exception, like Baron no Matsuri is really interesting. Baron no Matsuri is a movie that I want to make a video about at some point. But you know, Film Red is good. I can't remember. Film Z, that's it. Film Z is good. Film Gold was pretty lackluster. Stampede was basically an entire movie just to be a fight, which I actually dig a little bit, but it's definitely not my favorite as a result. But that movie basically had no plot. It was basically just one giant fight. Birth by Sleep is the only Kingdom Hearts game that the title has anything to do with the story or game. Like even 358 divided by 2 days has a good reason to be titled that. Convoluted but good. That has nothing to do with it. I think I misread that, but The only series to have a 3DS, a DS follow-up canon to the main story with Spyro the Dragon and Kingdom Hearts. Okay. What's your opinion on the Egghead first episode of the new opening? Well, I don't watch the One Piece anime, so I haven't seen the first episode, but I did watch the opening, and the opening was really cute. I liked it. You didn't like Gold? I thought it was an interesting concept of the Casino Island, but I mean, it's an interesting concept, but it's a pretty boring story. I mean, I couldn't really recount any of the plot details to you. The main guy, whose name I don't remember, he wasn't a very compelling villain. To be fair, I haven't watched film Gold in years, so it might be better than I remember, but I didn't like it much when I first watched it. His name was Gold. Okay, well there you go. The Pirate King, Gold Roger. Never gotten into One Piece due to the size of the anime manga. How do you recommend it to a new reader? I think One Piece is excellent. I think it's a fantastic journey, fantastic adventure, and one of the best manga I've personally read. I'm a big One Piece fan. It's my favorite manga personally. I don't recommend watching the anime. I made a whole video about that if you haven't seen it already, but I do not I do not recommend watching the anime. I think it's a terrible way to experience it, but the manga is great. Yo, you got a bunch of Ukraine trucks around here. What the fuck? What's lit? I don't feel like backing this one in. This is a really tight spot. And I'm a coward. You ever lift your hair above your eyes to see or read sometimes? I think my eyes are pretty visible already. I think you're being a sarcastic fucker, but my hair doesn't get in the way. Damage penalty. That makes sense. That makes sense, actually. Fair enough. Oh, come on. I have to get on the highway for that? I can't just take this road here? There's no way. I can just take the road, right? GPS being goofy. The manga I've read is Berserk, and I got caught up in 3 days, but I have avoided One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto due to the size of the content and community. Well, the community thing, personally, I try not to put much stock into the value of the fandom or whatever, because every series has a bad fandom to some degree, and you should just enjoy the series for yourself. But, you know, I've never personally understood the whole it's too long argument. For two reasons. The first is that, like, personally, I don't think there's such a thing as too long as every part of it is used meaningfully. And I think in the case of the One Piece manga, that is true. It's not the case for the One Piece anime, again, but One Piece manga, every chapter is used in some meaningful way. Every chapter is good. And the second thing is, you know, when you're reading a series, when you start reading a series, the whole time you're reading it, you're just hoping for it to end. I mean, you're there for the journey. And, you know, when you start reading Berserk, you don't sit there like, man, I can't wait to get to the end and stop fucking reading this. So, you know, if you start reading One Piece and you decide you're just not that into it, you can stop reading it. It being long doesn't have to be a bad thing. More of an avoidance of filler. Well, you're going to see filler in the One Piece anime, but the manga does not have filler. What's your opinion on Oda's paneling being weaker than others in the field? I personally fall into this camp. Sorry about that. I mean, you don't have to apologize to me. You're not talking about my work. I mean, and not every not every mangaka has their strengths and weaknesses. There's no mangaka that is perfect. I don't think Oda not being the best panelist is necessarily the worst thing ever. I keep hearing that the worst arcs in One Piece are the ones that sound the best conceptually, like Skyline, Spooky, Haunted Place, Fish People. That's kind of true. But, my take is that the worst arcs in One Piece are still very good compared to a lot of other work out there. Like, I would take Sky Island over all of Demon Slayer any day, even though Sky Island is my least favorite arc, because I still love it ultimately. It's just that compared to the rest of the story, I think it's pretty weak. Do you have any JJK theories to share? I'm starting to worry Gege won't stick to the landing. No, I have no theories. I'm not very invested in JJK as a story. I read it for the action. There's also some manga that are longer than One Piece, Hajime no Ippo and Baki. Yeah, so that's another thing. Like, One Piece is very long. No one's going to deny that. But in terms of the worlds of manga, it's not that unusual. A lot of, like, the most popular manga out there reach that, like, 1,000 chapter mark. That's not something that's exclusive to One Piece. One Piece is just the only one that has a 1,000 episode anime, because Toei is a terrible company that turns everything, and that stretches everything out as long as they possibly fucking can. Is there gas that I can use here? No, I turned it in the wrong parking lot. It's fine! What are curbs but obstacles to drive over? Am I right, folks? Do you have any One Piece theories that you actually believe? No, I do not. Most One Piece theories are almost 100% wrong. Nobody can predict what Oda is thinking. Everybody ends up being wrong about everything. Think Case Closed Detective Conan has been running longer than One Piece? I think you're right. I don't know. It's like when people look at One Piece and they see like 1,000 episodes, whatever, there's always that like reaction where they're not even interested in understanding why it's so long. They're just like, that's so long. Why would I ever watch that? It's like, well, it's long for a goddamn reason. What's your opinion on sub versus dub debate? I mean, I'm generally more into subs, but I don't think there's anything wrong with preferring dubs. If you love a series, that length really isn't that much of a bother. Yeah, it's exactly what I was saying earlier. Like when you start reading One Piece and you become a fan of One Piece, you don't exactly look forward to the day that you catch up, because that means you'll be out. You'll be out of stuff to read. And if you love One Piece like I do, that's a very sad day when you have to start waiting for new chapters. Yeah, JoJo's longer than One Piece too. JoJo's kind of like not a great argument to make because like obviously it's 9 different stories. 8 really. But yes, absolutely. JoJo is longer than One Piece. If you can watch 6 parts of JoJo, then you can read 600 chapters of One Piece. That's all I'm saying, man. First manga I read was Legend of Zelda manga that stretched from Oracle of Time to All Majora's Mask and basically all the Zelda games. And since I was in 4th grade, I had to learn to read manga. I was reading manga when I was really young. I had volumes of Naruto like before. No, I think I watched the anime first, but I had volumes of Naruto that I might still have somewhere. Pain of hiatus is part of the experience. Suffer with us. I actually do think there's a lot of value in having to wait for new chapters. Some people hate it and they're like, I wait for a bunch of chapters to come out and read them all in bulk. Personally, I really enjoy having to wait for new chapters because, it gives me time to think about the chapter that I just read and like consider it and think about the implications and notice the smaller details. Like I reread every One Piece chapter like 2-3 times.
because I always like discover new things by reading more. And I personally enjoy having to wait for new chapters because it gives me time to really savor the chapters that I get. Kind of winding down here. I'll stay on a bit longer and chat, but I'm putting my wheel away. Quality of quantity, also knowing that manga can take a rest makes you feel relieved. Being a manga is not good for your health. No, it is not. Mangakas need to have more rights in terms of labor. It's sucky because you can't just be like, okay, everybody gets 2 weeks to work on chapters now, because then you just have Shonen Jump's income, and that's not a thing you can do, but there does need to be systemic changes to give mangaka more time to work. Because the way that it's done is not sustainable. Evident by the number of mangaka that fucking die before their series is done. Or have to go on hiatus for years because of serious medical issues. It's not good. Weekly anime is just a mistake. Weekly anime should never have been a thing. Weekly anime is just, it's unsustainable. Their Productions was, I already read that. And you know, and personally, like, again, like for me, so much of it is about, so much of it is about the adventure, the journey, the experience. I enjoy when a manga is not super quick and takes time to tell a story and takes time to set things up. You know, people are always like, oh, 1,000 chapters and you still haven't found the One Piece? If you actually read One Piece, you would know that finding the One Piece is not the point. The adventure is the point. The journey is the point. That's the story. One Piece isn't about finding the One Piece. One Piece is about the journey to the One Piece. That isn't a criticism. It's ignorance. Osamu Tezuka, the guy who essentially made manga, his last words was, "I'm begging you, let me work." That's, I mean, I guess I'm glad he was so dedicated, I guess. One Piece is the friends we made along the way. Basically. When you think about it, I mean, Oda's already said that he wouldn't make the One Piece itself something like that. But to Luffy and to the characters in the story, it's not about finding the One Piece. It's about the adventure that finding the One Piece brings. So in a sense, to Luffy, his friends and the adventure he has is more valuable to him than the One Piece ever is. So hoping we get chapter 7 of Rui Dragon. It sucks the manga with a lot of potential having to stop early. Yeah! Yeah! What happened with that one? There was medical issues with the mangaka, right? Yeah, I really liked Rui Dragon. It was cute. And I was sad when it went on hiatus. And I didn't expect it to still be on hiatus. It's been more than a year now. Yeah. That sucked when that went on hiatus. Blue Box is cute. Yeah, Blue Box is cute. I'm really looking forward to the anime. I've been following Blue Box since the first chapter came out. I really like that one. All right, folks. Thank you for joining me today. I think I'll call it a night here. I have a dentist appointment in the morning, so wish me luck on not getting killed by the dentist somehow. And if I'm not dead from going to the dentist, I'll see you all on Saturday for probably Dead Space, if I were to guess.
So I'll see you then. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the love. I'll catch you later. Have a good night. And bye-bye.